Tonight, we are playing Prisoners. In this game, I wake up trapped in a room with a complete stranger. And apparently only one of us gets to survive. Every 3 days, we take an exam. The winner goes free, and the loser does not. Tonight, we're playing Prisoners, a psychological romance visual novel where every choice shapes our relationship. Will we be rivals, cellmates, or soulmates? Why don't we find out? Hey, you. I'm MC. This is me. See, look, see, that's what I did the glasses. I'm wearing white. She's wearing white. I wish I had like big pearl earrings or something, the thing that she has in her hair. I didn't braid this, but I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I'm not braiding it. But me and MC, you know, you can kind of see I made an attempt, okay? I made an attempt to look kind of sort of like MC. What is your name? I'm only asking because that kid over there asked me to. Your classmate points to where the kid is supposed to be. Huh? He was there just a second ago. Where did he go? Anyway, I said I'd ask. So, what's your name? My name is Rue. Yes. Rue? That's a pretty name. Okay, thanks. I'm going to go tell them now. They turn away, leaving you alone in the corner of the classroom. Back then, everyone was just 7 years old. It's been a while since then. Yesterday, you all turned 18. We're all sweet summer childs. And tomorrow marks the beginning of term. Your final year in the academy before you can fully join society. Wow. Rue. Please, don't leave me alone. Don't do this to me. You're the only one who... Your eyes flutter open as you try to adjust to the bright, blinding lights all around you. Huh? What? This isn't where you fell asleep last night. You have no idea where you are. Rue, you're awake. A face hovers above you, one you don't recognize, and yet the way he brushes your cheek feels strangely familiar. Get away from him or lean into his touch? I think I want romance, first of all. Also, he's pretty cute, you know. Look at him, he's adorable. And I want romance. So I'm gonna do everything possible that I can to riz this man up, okay? All right, we're in love. Wait, he looks like a boy failure. I want him. I know, right? Exactly. Exactly, Yuri. I'm gonna lean into his touch. Romantically, even though I don't know him. And how does he know my name? He's like, Rue, Rue. Do I not have memories? He lets out a gasp, or maybe a sigh. It's hard to tell as your mind drifts toward sleep again. MC is stunning. I love seeing her in the corner right there. I'm glad I picked this choice so I could see her. No. Please, don't go back to sleep. He grabs your shoulders and shakes you. Don't shake me, sir. That's not necessary. Today's boyfriend is definitely a 10 out of 10 because damn, he hot. I know he is. Also, I like how he looks so distressed and he's blushing at the same time. He's blushing and he's distressed. I'm in. I'm in. It's enough to snap you out of your grogginess. Sorry. I didn't mean to be so rough. Just, please, stay awake for me. Please. Now that the grogginess has cleared, a quiet unease begins to settle in. You look around the room. It is brightly lit, almost painfully so. Aside from the bed you are lying on and a small table nearby, the room appears completely empty. Oh my! You are not even sure where, or if, there is an exit. Then your attention returns to him. The only thing you know about him is that he seems to know you, or at the very least your name. Other than that, you don't recall ever seeing him before. Geez, sir, yes. Do as you wish. Yuri! Is it hot in here, or is it just him? It's definitely him. But MC looks suspicious over there. He seems to notice your scrutiny. The moment your eyes settle on him, he jolts and hurriedly scoots away from you. I didn't bring you here. I swear. Please, you must believe me. It's okay, sir. Why are you freaking out? I only woke up a little bit before you did. Please, you have to believe me. I have no idea why we've been brought here. Is this some kind of punishment? Or maybe an experiment? Honestly, I don't know if he's talking or if I'm talking. I'm assuming that it's him talking. He mutters under his breath. What do you think? Did you notice anything strange from the start of the term? This is the first day of term. You shake your head. Nothing out of the ordinary. Hi, artisan. Welcome, stunner. Thank you for being here. This is the very beginning. We just woke up in this place with a stranger who knows my name. Could this really be how the final year is supposed to begin? You've never heard anything like this before. I really hope it's nothing serious. This doesn't look good. Why us? Why bring a random boy and girl somewhere like this? His face begins to redden. A chime rings. Hello, selected students. You both turn toward the source of the voice. You two have been placed into a special program. Rather than joining your cohort as usual, this will be your designated area for your final school year at the academy. You have 3 days until your first examination. At the conclusion of the examination, the student with the higher passing score will be granted early graduation from the academy. The remaining student will be executed. Wait. Executed? What? Nuh-uh. What is this, the Hunger Games? The graduate will be permitted to return to society and retain their right to live aboard the ship. However, if you both fail, you will be given 3 more days until your next examination. This process will repeat indefinitely until the end of your lives. Good God! What? Why? In the rare event that both students achieve identical passing scores, priority will be granted to student ID 086873, Miss Rue. At least I get priority. I shouldn't laugh about that. 500 years remain before humanity aboard this spacecraft reaches our new home. Sacrifices are necessary to ensure our arrival. Even if we are not the ones destined to see it, we each remain a necessary part of humanity's future. We appreciate your cooperation in furthering humanity's survival and prosperity. Good God! Why does life have to be like that? You hear a sharp clunk as 2 datapads slide out from a compartment in the wall. Beside you, His breathing quickens. What? I didn't sign up for this. Is this really what you're going to be putting us through? He pushes himself to his feet and storms toward the center of the room, closer to where the voice came from. How dare you! This is going too far. This has to be some kind of punishment. Do you want her to hate me? How dare you! Get us out of here! We don't want any of this. As the last words leave his mouth, he falters. He goes quiet and turns back to you. Sorry. I shouldn't have spoken for you without asking. I got a bit heated. It's just really frustrating. If this is supposed to be an experiment of theirs of some kind, then I'm going to prove that they made a mistake picking us. If what they said is true, and you have no reason to doubt it, they're not unknown for these kinds of things, then they have given you a choice. Graduate in 3 days, killing the person besides you, or delay it. Kiss or kill! And in this case, kiss means delay. Listen, he might be hot, but if it's between him and me, I'm picking me. I know, me too. Honestly, Yuri Tashima. I pick myself first. It's kind of like when we have that chat game where everyone has a headache, but there's only one ibuprofen and there's multiple people with headaches. Who do you give the ibuprofen to? Well, if I'm the one that has the ibuprofen and it's only one, I'm taking it. I'm not sharing. Y'all can suffer. The logical option seems obvious. That is what both of you should be thinking. But you have no way of knowing what he considers the logical choice. And that uncertainty changes everything. All you know for certain is that you don't want to die. I don't know if this is the best thing to say right now. After that announcement, it might be hard to believe me. But I think we should fail together. MC is very quiet, you know. It's the only way we both stay alive. To prove it to you that I mean that, I'm not going to prepare for the exam today. I won't let them turn us against each other like that. I won't. And at the very least, it could have been worse. The fact that we can talk to each other gives us a better chance of staying alive. Together, I hope. Is there not a way that we can get out of here together? He glances at you more carefully now. Is that Lance from Voltron? I loved that Voltron cartoon that was out a few years ago. That was so good. It was so good, but I don't really remember what anybody looked like, except for the princess. He glances at you more carefully now. Rue, I know what you must be thinking, and I know this might sound strange, but I think it's better if we don't dwell on it. The more we try to figure each other out, the more we'll start acting out of fear instead of what we actually want. I'm not saying I know what's best. I just think we shouldn't try to analyze each other. Not yet. Let me prove to you that you can trust me first. I'm going to look around. Maybe there's something we're missing. He lowers down to grab the data pads laying on the floor and hands it to you. If I find something, I'll come tell you. Before he turns, he quickly turns to you, looking flustered. Ah, how did I almost forget? I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Zor. We're in the same year group at school. He is wearing the uniform, and he does look to be in your year group. Still, you're certain that you've never seen him before. Then he quickly turns, skirting towards the wall. He seems to want to brush off the fact that he clearly knew you. Well, I suppose I ought to look around. There's a gameplay. Zor seems serene. Oh, he's got, look at the thing, his indicator. It's blushing. How cute is that? That's a name, Zor. Look at the tank. You walk towards the small pillar protruding from the floor. There seems to be a small tank of some kind placed on top of it. Okay. Zor comes to observe it. Looking closely at there seems to be a couple of small creatures moving inside it. I think these things are formicidae. I think ant is the common term. Oh, I can kind of see it is an ant. Oh. You vaguely recall learning about them before in class, though you never actually seen one in person. Normally, they'd live in a colony, but, there only seem to be 2 in here. I'm not sure what species they are exactly, but I think a colony can still grow if there's a queen. I think one of them is a queen ant there. The other doesn't really look like a worker, so I'm guessing it's a male. If I remember it right, the males don't live very long. You look at the ants, observing their behavior. This looks really fun to watch. I never looked into ants specifically, so getting to see one up close like this is amazing. You know, it would be amazing to look at ants if you've never seen them before, you know? And you're in outer space and you can't see anything. You can't help but agree. They are interesting. You're honestly a little surprised they even brought ants onto the ship. You can't really see a purpose to how they could service humanity's survival and prosperity, but you're glad that they're here nonetheless. That's so interesting. It's kind of like us. There's 2 of us. We're trapped in this room, and it's just one of each of us, just like the ants. After a while, Zor leaves you alone to continue staring into the tiny tank. I can stare at him for 10 minutes, or I can leave. Well, okay, there's a clock. Oh. Well, I'll stare at him, because why not? You stare at the 2 lone ants. Okay. I wasted 10 minutes of my life staring at ants. But listen, I had literally nothing better to do. Is there anything in here? Okay. Oh, I can click on this. Use the bed. Oh, I can sleep? Is that what this is for? The bed you woke up from. The bed frame seems to be bolted to the floor. Oh, I can nap. I can sleep until something wakes you up. You will miss optional content. Oh, I don't want to miss any content. There's our man. Let me look at this and then I'll talk to him and then I'll try napping. You go towards the table. The table extends out from the wall, cold material bolted firmly into place. 2 chairs sit across from each other, both secured to the floor. This is probably the best place to study for the exam. I can sit and I will get stamina and less stress. I can take out my data pad. I assume that would mean I would be studying, which I'm not supposed to do, right? If I want to romance him, because he's not going to study. Okay, let me talk to him. Hi, Zor. He runs his hands along the wall, long fingers brushing over the surface as if trying to feel for something hidden. I don't think there's anything unusual. It just feels like the same wall panels from school. Maybe there's some kind of code. You never know what they could be planning. Who knows? Maybe this could actually be a test to see whether we'll cooperate to solve a riddle. You never know the possibility. He pauses, his hand lingering against the surface. You hope that that's what this is. Well, maybe I'm just wasting my time. He lets out a quiet, dark chuckle. I didn't want to say this out loud because I don't know if it's the best thing to say. I don't want you to think I'm manipulating you. But if you can't trust me, you can go prepare for the exam. I won't hold it against you. Oh, he's precious. I don't want to leave you in the lurch. And besides, we're going to get 3 extra days anyways. Listen, okay, I like you so far. You seem like a nice guy, and I have no reason to believe that you're going to leave me in the lurch and like study behind my back. This could backfire, y'all. It really could. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to fail with him. Don't smile at me. He'll make me do things. The chat is going feral. He says that, but you can't help but notice the obvious hurt look he has. You already have the advantage in case of a tie. I swear, it's like they're trying so hard to put us against each other. I'd really like for us to cooperate and both make it out alive, but I also don't want to force you to do anything. I really don't want to compete against you. Of everyone left of humanity, they chose to put me against you. They did do that, but I don't know anything about you. MC doesn't recognize you. Why do you know me so well? Do I have magical amnesia? What's going on with this? I've never been more angry in my life. I don't want to die, but I want to trust you. And I want you to trust me, Rue. I really do. I won't be studying for that exam today. I think I'm going to inspect the rooms for at least a day, just to be sure. You can't help but feel a sense of unease and a sort of guilt of seeing this display. If you'd like to help me, I wouldn't mind either. I can join his investigation or ask how he knows me. You know what? I'm gonna help him. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll find out how he knows me later. Or can I do both? If I do this, can I also do that? Well, I want to know more. You gather your courage and decide to stop avoiding the question. He goes pale for a moment. Well, I think it's more that you don't know me. I tend to blend into the background. Suspicious. And we, had a class together once, back in year 7. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't remember. We were only 7, and I never got the courage to speak to you. Oh, please don't look at me like that. I just have a good memory, I swear. He says with a dry chuckle. Anyway. He is a gloomy, obsessive, depressed boy failure. Yes, he is. And it only makes us love him more. Well, can I help him with his investigation? Oh, good, I can. What are we investigating? You decide to join him in investigating the room. He keeps his eyes fixed on the wall, scanning it slowly while you circle the room, checking the bed and the floor. There's nothing. The problem with finding secrets is that you don't know what you don't know. That's true, you don't know what you don't know. He speaks without looking at you, his voice quieter, more thoughtful. But being trapped in a room like this, it's insane. But it doesn't feel like something they wouldn't do. Agreed. They would definitely do something like this, even though I seem to have magical amnesia or something. Well, maybe not. maybe I'm totally fine. It's just, I don't know him. I don't remember him. And obviously, he's been paying way more attention than I have been paying. Tests on top of tests. What's the true purpose of this place? This is just another test. You know what it reminds me of? Like the testing of humanity like this. Do y'all remember, do you remember Portal? Remember Shell, the protagonist of Portal? When you wake up and you're like, it's like testing you, you know? You've got that little portal tool. And then GLaDOS, the robot's talking a bunch of stuff. You know? I just want to sing that song. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all. Except the ones who are dead. Well, there's no use crying after every mistake. And we'll just keep trying till we run out of cake. And we'll make a neat gun. And there's science to be done on the people who are still alive. We're doing science on those still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive. And when you're dying, I'll be still alive. Still alive. Still alive. Is that what's gonna happen when I pass this exam and he doesn't? Oh God, no, why? It is hardly unfamiliar to you. Ever since you entered the academy program as a child, one thing had been drilled into you over and over again. It's on Portal. It's on Portal. It's on, I think GLaDOS, I think you hear it in Portal 2 in the credits or something. Also, VG Cats, which is a web comic from way back in the day, did like a spoof on it. And that's where I listened to it over and over and over again. The only way to secure your right to continue living aboard the ship, to prove you were not a waste of its limited resources, was to graduate. But this experiment, what could be its purpose? Well, I mean, I could come up with an idea for that, okay? So apparently, everybody grows up in this system. We're all in outer space. It's going to take us hundreds of years to get to the final destination. We're going to go through a lot of different generations of humans on here, so they want to weed out the population. But they also want to keep only their best and their brightest. So, by having exams, the person passing the exam, they're basically saying you're smarter than the other guy. And so if you pass the exam, then you get to continue living on and live your life out there. And then the other one dies, which essentially keeps the population at a certain number, right? Now, I wonder how many rooms that there are doing this, because it sounds like they do it to everybody. That would be my guess. Upon turning age 18, my assumption is that everyone is trapped in a room like this, having to pass these exams. The one who passes, who gets a better score, is the winner, and the winner gets to live. The person with the lower score is the loser, and they must die. And it's also interesting that if both parties fail, then they get 3 days indefinitely to try again. So that means they both have to fail with the same score. They have to tie failure in order to try again 3 days later. Okay, listen, I hope it's not math. If it's math, I'm failing for sure, unless I find a way to cheat. Now, I wonder, it didn't say anything about other types of rules. So is it cheating? Are you disqualified? Like, what if you murder the other person? What if that happens? What if you murder them? Then do you get to live? Or do they say, nope, you cheated, you die? Also, what kind of exams are these about to be? We'll find out. You'll tutor me from math to murder. That's right. We're playing an Otome game, okay? There's always a chance for murder. Also, is this like, what are we, why do we have to kill people other than population control? You know, like, what if, like, I don't know, a Soylent Green just popped into my head. What if like this is how we feed the population, you know? Half of y'all get to live and half of y'all become food. I'm just asking, okay, listen, in romance games, there's never a 0% possibility of cannibalism. It's never 0% cannibalism. There's always a chance. Okay, I'm just saying, all right? I've played enough vampire games and cannibal games, like The Purge with extra steps. Exactly. He trails off, like the thought doesn't fully settle. But then there's the time limit on the exam. They're watching us. And even if they aren't, it doesn't really matter. We're still in the palm of their hands. The idea of them always watching us never really bothered me before. But right now, it's getting on my nerves. Are you wondering why we're here? Yes, I am actually. Well, I think I know why we're here. Like, I'm deducting, okay? Deductive reasoning is happening in my brain. Look, I'm extra smart today because I'm wearing glasses, like MC. Do you think they just picked 2 students at random? I don't remember anything unusual before the start of the test. He hesitates. I don't exactly have the cleanest track record when it comes to following the rules. Maybe that's why I'm here. Even so, I never received any disciplinary fines for it. I thought I'd gotten away with everything. I mean, I've never cheated on an exam or anything like that. But for them to go this far, it feels more like an experiment than a punishment. It has to be. He's so nervous. Or maybe it's an opportunity. Yeah, I'm starting off with a higher score than him, you know. I have a higher chance of making out of this alive than he does. The thought surfaces in your mind unexpectedly, though you're not sure whether you truly believe it. Problem is, I don't think you've done anything like that either. At least, not that I know of. Why would you know anything of that sort about me, sir? Why would you know? Ah, I meant, you don't seem like the sort to do that sort of thing. Why does he know so much about us? The room falls quiet again, and the 2 of you continue searching. I think I found something. You turn to him and walk over to where he's pointing. There's a small circular dent in the wall. I think it's some kind of button. He hesitates, glancing at you. Should I press it? Shake your head or nod. I mean, something bad could happen. But let's just press it. Let's do it for science. Let's just find out what happens. Nod. And you're the one pressing it. I'm not pressing it. You are. Maybe we should be a bit cautious. Maybe. But you're the one pressing the button, not me. Sorry, I guess I'm being paranoid. He lets out a quiet breath. I'll press it, please. And maybe you should stand back a little. Are you willing to sacrifice yourself for me, sir? You're going to press this button just because I asked you to. Wow. You cross your arms. Sorry. Just being careful. You reluctantly take a step back. Okay. He reaches out and presses the button, his posture tense, like he's bracing for something to happen. Then, as he releases it, the wall panel beside it slides open with a soft mechanical sound, revealing a window hidden behind the tile. Phew. Okay, that's not so bad. He glances back at you, a small smile forming. Why do you look so disappointed? You shrug. I think that's enough investigating for now. We should probably take a break. He lingers near the wall, not quite moving it away. Hi, I think I'll just stay here for a bit. You should, probably get some rest. Thank you, sir. That was rather kind of you. I wonder if I can interact with you any further for today. Look out this window. Wow, it's kind of pretty. Zora's gaze remains fixed on the vast expanse beyond the glass. You step beside him to take in the view as well, and he quietly shifts to give you more room. Standing next to his tall frame, you can feel the warmth radiating from him. He's surprisingly warm. You cannot remember ever meeting someone quite like that before. He's so hot. You look out through the window. The familiar sight of the open space stretches endlessly before you, stars blinking quietly in the distance. You lean closer to the glass, trying to peer off to the side. That cosmos is giving star cult flashbacks. Indeed. Sure enough, you can make out the massive body of the spaceship that has housed both you and the rest of humanity for as long as you can remember. Though, you've never been in this part of the ship before. From the looks of it, you're somewhere near the tail end of the vessel. How long do you think they spent preparing this room for us? He shudders. I don't think they prepared anything. I think they have this room ready all the time. In fact, I think there's multiple rooms just like this one for the case of graduation. That's what I think. He shudders. Was this always here? Was this always the plan? At least the stars are pretty. You nod. You know what? This makes me want to do an escape room activity. Yes, it does. You stare out of the window. Wow, it's so pretty. Distant stars stretch endlessly across the darkness. The ship glides silently through space, the only movement coming from faint clusters of drifting light. You're not sure how long you want to watch for. Well, I might as well watch for 20 minutes. You quietly watch the stars drift past. The quiet view helps clear your mind. A chime rings. Suddenly, a compartment slides open in the wall. The familiar smell of hot rations drifts through the room. You turn to look at Zor. I guess it's time for lunch. Hi, Eric. Welcome. Welcome, Stunner. Thank you for being here. What's this called? It's called Prisoners. Yes, it's an Otome jam game. He crouches down, picking up the trays, and then walks over and hands you one. I think it's best if we eat now. I don't know if they still give out disciplinary points like at school for hoarding. Better safe than sorry. I'll be at the desk over there. He seems to mumble something under his breath, but you can't quite make it out. What? What did you say? Yeah. He quickly hurries over to the desk, shoulders hunched as he starts eating his ration. He is so cute, honestly. He's adorable. Well, at least there's plenty of space. It's a desk and it's a table, you know? We can both eat here together. I will eat with Zor. I am trying to rizz him up, you know? It's like a date. This is the closest that we can get to a date. Also, I have a question. I only see one bed in this room. Is there another bed but back where we can't see? What do we do when one of us needs to sleep or we both sleep? What do we do then? Do we share a bed? But I don't know this man. But I would like to. He straightens up immediately as you sit next to him. You bring down your own tray on the desk. Every tiny noise is amplified from everything being so quiet. The food today is good. You nod. though you can't really tell if it's any different from the usual rations. They've always been the same. You see him flinch slightly, like he's just realized that too. Look at his face. Yeah, exactly, the one bed trope. It's forced proximity. It's forced canoodling. Sorry, I'm not the best at talking. Look at how we're looking at him. We're kind of looking at him like kind of flirty, you know? Like, hey, you look real handsome over there. Yeah. You can see him smile. You realize you haven't unpacked your meal yet and quickly assemble the package. Not wasting any more time, you quickly chow down. I was always eating in the library at school. It would be a long walk, and I was always a little worried I'd get disciplinary points for hoarding. Lucky I, didn't. But, I saw you eating. A few times. Never at the library, though you never ate there. Why do you know so much about my eating habits, sir? I mean, I never saw you at the library eating. He cringes again. At least we're not in here stuck alone. How horrible would it be if they had us in here all by our lonesome, in a white room with no escape, no one to talk to, no sound, no entertainment except for looking out of the window and a couple of ants, you know, and studying. It's much better to be here with you, even if you're acting a little sus, than it would be to be by myself in here. If only you could trust me. If you think about it, this isn't much worse than our typical school year. At the very least here, we have an option to not have to prepare for the exam, right? Do you believe it when they said they'd let us stay here indefinitely? In a way, forcing them to be close together would make it for the strongest of the two to be the one to survive. The one that is able to make connections but move on when needed is the one more suited for survival. That's a good point. The one that is able to make agreements with their partner, the one that's okay, listen, the one that's going to survive is either the one that murders the other person, is just way smarter than the other person and just passes all the tests. But we still don't know what the tests actually are, so it might not necessarily be book smarts. So you either murder smarts from passing exams, or you're very good at negotiating and convincing your partner to agree with you. Yeah, that's true. I agree. This is really getting my mind going right now. It's really getting the wheels turning in my brain. And just the two of us, trapped together here for the rest of our lives. Does that scare you? Would you hate that? Remain silent, nod, or shake your head. You know what? I think... Okay, listen. IRL, I would probably remain silent if I was just picking what I really think. Because then, you know, I think I would hate being stuck in there for the rest of my life with nothing but just him. That's it. For the rest of my life. No video games? Are there video games on our little study pads? Please say yes, because then maybe I could stand it. But just to be in this boring white room for the rest of your life, eating the same slop every single day. Oh my gosh, and then what if the other person did die? Then you'd really be in there alone forever. But because I want to rizz him up, I'm gonna shake my head. Yes, blush at me. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked that. You finish your meals in silence. Before you can return your tray to the compartment, Zora speaks up. Thanks for having lunch with me. I really enjoyed it. Before you can respond, he quickly takes your tray from your hand and carries it to the compartment for you. What a gentleman. Thank you for taking my tray for me. He's so sweet. Where did he go? I'm gonna follow him over here. I'm going to talk to him. I'm gonna take a look around a bit more. Yep, you're free to join me if you want. Will I join him or will I decline? I'm going to join him. Okay, I'm rizzing him up. I'm spending as much time as possible with this man right here. Plus, I literally have nothing better to do. I have no stress. 0 out of 150 stress. I have 300 out of 300 stamina. Wow. You nod. Am I a mute? Is MC mute? He seems to lighten up immediately. Have you found anything new? I was wondering this, but where do you think they'll let us use the bathroom? Not that I need to right now, but we're probably going to be stuck here for at least 3 days. Or longer. We could be stuck here for eternity. Is there no toilet in here? There's got to be a bathroom in here. He then seems to look around, then lowers himself down to whisper to you. He seems to be chuckling a bit. He's so tall. I like a tall guy like that. Maybe if they escort us somewhere, we could make a break for it. What do you think? Before he can finish, a voice suddenly echoes from the same unseen source. Are they watching us? Of course they are. Yeah, right? There has to be bathrooms. You may access the bathroom facilities by making a verbal request. Each student will be granted 3 passes per day. We can only go to the bathroom 3 times a day? That sucks. Only 1 student may use the bathroom at a time. You will be allotted 20 minutes before being required to leave. All possessions, including data pads, must be surrendered before entry. Would you like to make a request? He leans closer and lowers his voice to a whisper. I'll go first and figure out if it's safe, okay? You reluctantly nod. Zor swallows nervously before speaking up. I'd like to make a request. Understood. Student ID 977546 Zor has made a request. Please wait shortly. A section of the wall slides open, revealing a bathroom hidden behind it. Oh, well, if it's just like an ensuite bathroom, why can't we have access all the time? Just before entering, the voice reminds him to leave behind all personal possessions, including his datapad, before he is permitted inside. 20 minutes pass before the door finally opens. Thankfully, Zor appears completely unharmed. He was in there the whole 20 minutes. Rue. You give him a small wave. Hi, Pookie. Good news and bad news. Good news is that it's just a normal bathroom. Yay! Okay. You stare at each other for a moment before he suddenly realizes he's not actually explained the bad news yet. Oh, and the bad news is, well, it's not technically bad per se, more so neutral. I think I just said that for dramatic effect. Okay. So, the bad news is that there doesn't seem to be anything unusual about it. I just looked around the whole place and, yeah, I couldn't really find anything worth noting. If you want to take a look yourself, go ahead. Maybe you'll notice something I missed. There needs to be more than 3 bathroom breaks a day. How long is a day here? How long is a day here in this place? Also, are they giving us enough water? Okay, we need to be well hydrated. Speaking of water, let's drink water now. Right, Yuri? Honey Pookie, if I kiss you, will you stop rambling? You know what? I don't want him to stop rambling. I need something to listen to. He could just talk as much as he wants, especially since MC doesn't have any talking to do. You figure you might as well use the bathroom while you have the chance. Stepping into the middle of the room, you make your request. Before long, you have left your belongings and entered the bathroom yourself. Zor seems to have been right. There is nothing particularly unusual about the bathroom, and yet there is still some time left before you're allowed to leave. Well, I suppose we ought to investigate a little bit further. Maybe we can feel the wall. It's pretty dark in here. They could stand to turn a light on or something. But maybe we can feel the wall or something like that and see if there's a crack, a button, you know, something. This is the first moment you've truly had to yourself since all of this began. Still, you cannot stop yourself from wondering what Zor might be doing right now. Is it in your own paranoia, or is it concern? You're not entirely sure yourself. You're not in there very long. I mean, 20 minutes is not that much time. Eventually, the allotted time runs out and the door slides open. You quickly step back out, not particularly eager to find out what happens if someone overstays their limit. Wait, so can you not leave early? You have to be in there for the full 20 minutes every time you go to the bathroom? That's so strange. Zor is standing just outside the door. He looks oddly flustered. Oh, thank the stars. Everything went all right? No, never mind. You don't have to answer that. Sorry. I didn't realize how weird that sounded. Were you worried about me? You find yourself wondering the same thing about him and gesture in his direction. Me? Oh yeah, everything's fine on my end. Why wouldn't it be? His little nervous laughter. He's so cute. Stop. You reach down to pick up your data pad, only to notice that it seems slightly more crooked than before. Or maybe it's your own imagination. Well, I'm gonna take a nap. Wow, I get sleep for a long time. Well, I might as well nap for 45 minutes. I'm not studying, you know? You start drifting to sleep. A chime rings. Recreational and enrichment items are now available for use. Oh, thank God! You both turn to look at each other. Zor blinks. That's surprising. Do you think they expect us to be here for a while? I think so. I mean, we could be here for indefinitely, it said. There's a possibility. If we both fail this test, we have 3 days that we're here. And then, if we fail again, it's another 3 days. And another 3 days. And another 3 days. You can't help but notice the slight upward curve of his lips. He's happy about it. He wants to be trapped here with me. I'll go check it out. He walks over to the open compartment and gathers everything into his long, awkward arms. I love long, awkward arms. At least we're not alone, okay? We can always come up with our own entertainment, okay? Nothing out of the ordinary. Just the usual enrichment items from the school. So far, I've given the choice between kiss or kill right now. I'm voting for kiss. I really like him. There's already a stress ball here, though. I think you normally have to get one from the vending machine with your snacks tokens. We have snack tokens. A stress ball? That's interesting. I never really bothered with those. He glances at you and then holds it out. Thank you so much. Okay, listen, if I had a choice between snacks or stress ball, I would 100% pick snacks. Snacks every single time, okay? That I would always pick snacks. You can have it if you want. I'm more than glad to give it up to you. This man, he's totally willing to sacrifice himself for me, isn't he? He loves me. He's down bad. He's obsessed with me. He knows everything about me. He wants me to be happy. He wants me to be entertained. He's blushing at me. He's staring at me. He's like, yeah, he's down bad. I think it's one of the so-called rare ones, too. I remember people trading for these. He scoffs lightly. I accept your gift. Thank you so much for being a sweetheart and giving it to me. You nod and take it from his hands. Thank you, Pookie. Whoa, look at this thing. Wow. You squish it for a moment, Zor quietly staring. You don't have to watch me squish it, though. Well, I won't judge you if you like them. You better not judge me. He puts down the items, inspecting them. There's some literature books in the compartment, too. I've never really read these before, so I'm pretty sure they're not exam material. Looks like the usual deck of cards, a few dice, some plastic currency. Why do we need that? Just the standard rec room stuff. Well, at least we have something. I'm glad we have a couple of books. That's good. I hope it's fiction. Would you like to play a game with me? I never really played with the others, but I know the rules to a lot of two-player games. He looks at you expectantly. We could play war with the cards. I accept. You tell him that you'll join. For a moment, he just blinks at you. Then his expression lights up. Really? Oh, okay. He's like a puppy. He's like a cute, happy puppy. He fumbles with the cards, nearly dropping them before quickly shuffling them together. We can start with something simple. I don't want to mess up the rules. Thank you for joining me. You sit opposite him as he nervously explains the rules of a few two-player games, checking in with you each time to see which one you'd prefer. Eventually, you pick one, and the two of you start to play. Time passes, more than you expect. You end up playing for hours. The games he chooses are surprisingly good. Most of them are exactly the kind of thing that you'd enjoy, like he already knew your preferences. Wow, he knows so much about us. Real. He's a good opponent, too. Just good enough that you have to focus. Just close enough that most of your wins feel narrow. You win more often than not, but something about it feels intentional, like he's letting you. Zor, meanwhile, seems completely absorbed in it. There's a quiet excitement in the way he plays, like this matters more to him than it should, and he seems to have a knack for a lot of these types of games. It leaves you mixed with feelings of unease, even as you are relatively enjoying yourself. Every second you spend with him so far is a second you could have used to prepare for the exam. I could prepare for the exam and leave you in the dust, but I'm not doing that. Instead, I'm playing games with you. That's what I'm doing. That was fun. I enjoyed myself. Yes, that was really fun. Thank you, Rue. I never thought I'd actually get to play these with someone. Oh, you're so cute. He hesitates, still holding one of the pieces in his hand before setting it down. But I think it's time for a break. I can tell you're running out of fuel. I didn't mean it like that. I think I need a break too. The adrenaline's starting to wear me out. Well, it did wear down half of my stamina, you know? It did. You should, definitely get some rest. You're probably tired. I wouldn't recommend pushing yourself too much. I mean, what is there else to do? He gathers the cards and dice you were using, handling them a little more carefully than necessary, and returns them to the compartment they came from. I would sleep so much in here. I would do nothing but sleep. I'd just be in bed all day. I'd be like, why get up? You know? I hope there's a shower in that little bathroom. Okay, I can take a nap. Sleep until something wakes you up. I don't want to miss optional content. But I'll take a nap. For 10 minutes. He's sleeping on the floor. Come on, Pookie, don't sleep on the floor. I don't mind if you want to share. I don't need this whole giant bed all to myself. The lights in the room suddenly dim. I guess it's getting late. His eyes drift awkwardly toward the bed. It looks like they only gave us one, bed. I was wondering about that. I was like, is there maybe a bed in here that I just don't see? But there's literally only one. The bed we woke up in. Together. See, they even put us together in the bed. Oh, God. Oh. In a hypothetical scenario, if the bed happened to be assigned to me and you asked to share it, I wouldn't be opposed to agreeing to your request. Why is he phrasing it like that? Look at this man's face. Oh, God. And what is that expression? You're fairly certain you have never seen anyone look quite like that before in your life. I mean, what I'm trying to say, oh, stars, I must sound like such an idiot. He cuts himself off, face burning red. I'm probably going to head off to sleep soon. There's not really much to do, but we can figure something else out too. I don't mind the floor, if that's what you'd be most comfortable with. But, would it be alright if we shared the bed, in your opinion? Share the bed, let him take the bed, or remain silent? Oh no, we're sharing. We're rizzing him up, okay. He also said he wouldn't mind. You nod. Listen, okay, I want romance, don't judge me. He freezes for a second. He can't handle it. Oh. His face flushes even deeper. Oh, okay. I'll, stay to this side. He carefully sits on the very edge, leaving as much space as possible between you. See, he's being a gentleman about it. I promise I won't move around too much. Oh. We're in bed together. Adorable. Well, it's at the end of the day. Dim lighting pulls softly across the walls, dulling the stark brightness from earlier, but not enough to make the space feel any less empty. Zor is already lying on the bed when you approach, flat on his back, hands folded neatly over his chest, eyes closed. It doesn't take much to tell he isn't actually asleep. You stand there for a moment, watching him. His breathing is steady, but just slightly too controlled, like he's thinking about it. After a pause, you climb onto the bed. The firm mattress dips under your weight. His shoulders tense almost imperceptibly. For a second, it looks like he might sit up or say something, but he doesn't. You slide under the sheets beside him, the fabric shifting softly as you settle in. Sleep facing him or sleep away from him. Listen, we don't have morning breath yet, okay? We're gonna sleep facing him. You sleep facing him. We're gonna cuddle. You close your eyes and try to sleep, but it feels wrong. You cannot remember the last time someone was this near to you, close enough that you can feel the quiet rhythm of their breathing, the faint warmth that lingers between your bodies, even without touching. It settles into you, unfamiliar and impossible to ignore. The intimacy of it all feels almost suffocating. It's too intimate, because shouldn't he be your competitor? I suppose. Should he really be lowering your guard down to this extent? Rue, are you still awake? I wasn't expecting this. Hi, Pookie. Look at he has green eyes. He's so cute. He's so scared. Honestly, oh, adorable. He turns to his side, facing your side of the bed. Yuri said, I'm jumping that. What? Who said that? You said that. It was you. His eyes widen slightly when he realizes you're still awake. For a moment, neither of you looks away. Oh, he's smiling now. It's so... Stop. It's too cute. Rue, are you scared? Are you scared of me? Truthfully, I wonder how MC is. MC has a poker face, and she doesn't talk. And we don't ever hear MC's thoughts, just the actions, you know. Like, it's as self-insert as it can get. Truthfully, I'm scared. Every second spent in this room feels like it's slowly driving me insane. If we stay here, if this goes on, if it becomes just us. His fingers curl slightly into the sheets between you, not touching, but close enough that the distance feels deliberate. Would that be so terrible, to spend it with me? Because when I think about it, an eternity like that, with you, it doesn't sound bad to me. Please don't let them turn you against me. Please don't let them turn me against you. Oh, that's a love confession. Already. He lets out a quiet chuckle. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm trying really hard to make a good impression. And not just because my life depends on it. If anything, that's the last reason I'd want you to think of. Nobody ever cared for me. Oh. I'm a nobody. In the whole wide cosmos, in the history of humanity, even in our school. That's why I always admired you. You were always alone. You were trying to distance yourself. That maybe being alone isn't so bad. So MC is an introvert. Do you think anyone even noticed that we're gone? I used to watch you. Should I be creeped out? Y'all, is that creepy? Creepy or romantic? Which one is it? The way you'd leave before anyone could talk to you. The way you never stayed anywhere longer than you had to. And how no one ever stopped you. You stay quiet together for a moment. You can see his eyes slowly flutter close. Veil with me. Let's stay here forever, please. A sharp line of lights cuts through the darkness, pulling you from your sleep. Your datapad emits a bright light. You slip out of bed, unsteady, as you adjust to being suddenly awake. Congratulations. The datapad screen is brighter than before, displaying something you've never seen. Congratulations. You have been given the opportunity to graduate. If you accept, you will graduate immediately and be allowed to leave and rejoin society. The other student will be disqualified and executed. Do you accept the offer to leave? I could kill this man right now and leave. What kind of person would I be? I don't want to do that to him. I don't want to do that to him. He's a sweetheart. Reject. Watch me die because I'm not like, watch him screw me over. What if that happened? He could totally screw me over and then I could die and he could live. He could be trying to manipulate me. Your finger lingers over the screen for a moment, your mind racing through every possible outcome, every consequence that could follow such a simple action. Then before you can second guess yourself, you press it. The screen flickers, the light sharpening for just a second, as if something is about to happen. And then, nothing. The glow vanishes. The screen goes dark. You try turning it back on, tapping it again, pressing the edges, but it doesn't respond. It's as if the message was never there to begin with. You turn to look at Zor, undisturbed, his breathing slow. He's still alive. A strange weight settles in your chest, something you can't quite name. After a moment, you climb back into bed, the sheets still warm. You lie there, staring into the darkness, listening to the quiet rhythm of his breathing. Eventually, your eyes begin to close again. And despite everything, sleep pulls you under once more. The artificial light slowly seeps through your sleep, pulling you awake. Zor is already awake, and he's staring at you. Well, at least they make it dark in there at night. How terrible would it be if they left the lights on 24/7? He's crying. Why is he crying? Good morning. Say good morning or remain silent. This is the first time MC has spoken. Good morning. You return the greeting. He's gonna cry. This man is sincere. He's desperately in love with me, real. All my stamina is tip-top. The memory of the datapad surfaces. That message. Hi, you. All right? You nod, slowly sitting up. A chime sounds through the room. Good morning, students. You have today and tomorrow to prepare for your examinations. Your bathroom passes have been restored. You each have 3 passes available. The examination will take place tomorrow at 2 p.m. You will be given separate exams and will complete them in individual examination pods. Refusal to enter the examination will result in immediate disqualification and termination of the corresponding student. Reminder of the rules. The student with the higher passing score will graduate and be allowed to leave. The lower scoring student will be disqualified and terminated. In the event that neither student achieves a passing score, this process will repeat indefinitely. In the case of a tie with passing marks, priority will be given to student Rue. May you have a productive day. Well, if we both fail, isn't that the same thing as a tie? If we both fail, doesn't that mean that I still win and he dies anyways? I guess not. I guess fail nullifies my advantage. Now we stare at each other awkwardly. Zor looks visibly tense as the announcement ends. Oh, we gained stress. Look at that, y'all. We're stressed out. The last rule in particular seems to have struck something in him. I mean, real. Sorry, I was, maybe I should just say what's on my mind. I think the tie rule is there to push you into competing against me. Giving either of us an advantage already makes things more tense. If one person is more likely to pass the exam, the other can't afford not to try. The fact that they chose you specifically. At first I was annoyed. It felt like they were targeting you, trying to push you into going for a passing mark. But think about it. They wouldn't give me the advantage because it wouldn't work. It would just reinforce what I've been saying about failing together. It would give you less reason to try, and it wouldn't change my stance at all. By choosing you, they're forcing doubt into the one person who might hesitate. They're trying to break any chance of us agreeing. They didn't choose me, which means they're worried about what happens if we stay on the same side. So even if it gives you more incentive to compete, I want to turn that against them instead. You can, do what you like. Well, it's not like you need my permission, but I think I'll... He looks as though he's distracted. Sorry, I just need some time to think. Oh, Pookie. You nod and begin leaving the bed. Wow. Wowie wowie. This is like the more time passes and the closer we get to this exam, the scarier it gets. Oh, I don't remember this before. Was this here before? No, it wasn't. The recreation compartment isn't particularly large, but it looks like it was designed to hold a decent variety of activities. A deck of cards, several dice sets, a stress ball, and 2 reading tablets sit quietly under the sterile lighting. It feels less like a place meant for fun and more like something created to keep people mentally stable. I can read a book. I can play with the stress ball. I would like to read a book. You pick up a datapad specifically for reading non-educational material. Some of the fictional books, particularly the older ones from your old home planet, had this habit of reducing the characters' names to only one single letter. Really? That's strange. What planet are you from? They were most likely modified before being given to students to read. Oh, so for reading Romeo and Juliet, it's just R for Romeo and J for Juliet. You're pretty sure those weren't their real names? And it only leaves you wondering what their actual names were and how much of the true story had been lost in the process. Why would they do that, y'all? Why would they take away the names and just put a letter there? Still, those books always seem to be the ones that entranced you the most. How much of these books did they alter, I wonder? It can't just be the names. If they went that far to alter all of the names, they probably altered a lot of these books. And this one, you found yourself entranced by it too. O and E, the 2 companions of life. O and E? They were in love. That's true. O and E are letters in love, and they're also in love. I get it. That's smart. Stories like these were fictional. Y'all? What's a O and E in literature that's a famous love story? O and E. Okay? Orpheus, O and E. My guess is O is Orpheus, E is Eurydice. According to Wikipedia, in Greek mythology, the legend of Orpheus and Eurydice concerns the tragic love of Orpheus of Thrace, located in northeastern Greece, for the beautiful Eurydice. Orpheus was the son of Oeagrus and the muse Calliope, though in some myths he is considered the son of Apollo. The subject is among the most frequently retold tales of all Greek myths. Apollo gave Orpheus a lyre and taught him how to play. It had been said that nothing could resist Orpheus's beautiful melodies, neither enemies nor beasts. Orpheus fell in love with Eurydice, a woman of beauty and grace, whom he married and lived with happily for a short time. However, when Hymen was called to bless the marriage, he predicted that their perfection was not meant to last. A short time after the prophecy, Eurydice was wandering in the forest with the nymphs. In some versions of the story, the shepherd Aristaeus saw her and, beguiled by her beauty, made advances toward her and began to chase her. Other versions of the story relate that Eurydice was merely dancing with the nymphs. Whether fleeing or dancing, she was bitten by a snake and died instantly. Orpheus sang his grief with his lyre and managed to move everything, living or not, in the world. Both humans and gods learned about his sorrow and grief. A lyre, y'all, was an ancient stringed instrument that you would strum or pluck like a harp or a guitar or something. At some point, Orpheus decided to descend to Hades by music to see his wife. Any other mortal would have died, but Orpheus, being protected by the gods, went to Hades and arrived at the Stygian realm, passing by ghosts and souls of people unknown. He also managed to attract Cerberus, or Kerberos. If you were an ancient Roman person, you would have said Kerberos, not Cerberus, the three-headed dog, who had a liking for his music. He presented himself in front of the god of the Greek underworld, Hades, and his wife Persephone. Now, at this point, Hades and Persephone are also seen as an epic love story. They started off, Hades and Persephone are an enemies to lovers type of a story in the ancient world. Orpheus played with his lyre a song so heartbreaking that even Hades himself was moved to compassion. The god told Orpheus that he could take Eurydice back with him, but under two conditions. She would have to walk behind him while walking out from the caves of the underworld, and he could not turn to look back at her as they walked. Thinking it a simple task for a patient man like himself, Orpheus was delighted. He thanked Hades and left to ascend back into the living world. He's like, yes, I can do this. Unable to hear Eurydice's footsteps, however, he began to fear that the gods had fooled him. Eurydice might have been behind him, but as a shade, having to come back into the light to become a full woman again. Only a few feet away from the exit, just a few feet, Orpheus lost his faith and turned to see Eurydice behind him, sending her back to be trapped in Hades' realm forever. Orpheus tried to return to the underworld but was unable to, possibly because a person cannot enter the realm of Hades twice while alive. According to various versions of the myth, he played a mourning song with his lyre, calling for death so that he could be reunited with Eurydice forever. He was killed either by beasts tearing him apart or by the Maenads in a frenzied mood. The Maenads, in Greek mythology, were female followers of Dionysus, and the most significant members of his retinue, the Thyasis. Maenads were known as Bacerids, Bacchae, or Bacchantes by the Roman mythology. That's because the Roman name for Dionysus is Bacchus, the god of wine, and parties, and stuff like that. He was killed either by beasts tearing him apart or Why, the Maenads in a frenzied mood. His head remained fully intact and still sang as it floated in the water before washing up on the island of Lesbos. According to another version, Zeus decided to strike him with lightning, knowing Orpheus might reveal the secrets of the underworld to humans. In this telling, the Muses decided to save his head and keep it among the living people to sing forever. Wow! Enchanting everyone with his melodies. They additionally cast his lyre into the sky as a constellation. Wow! The one that I remember reading was the one where he called for death so he could be with her forever. I never read the versions where his head sang forever and was floating around, and wow. That's the thing I love about mythology, is there's so many different versions of every myth. Like, there's a ton of versions of every myth real. Well, that was cool. Thank you for participating in learning with Rue. Let's go back to our story. Stories like these were fictional. Rue, all the characters in that fiction piece called O and E. Zora asks as he crouches down nearby. You nod. Has he read this work before? I see. Never have I felt so conflicted reading something before. It made me, I don't know, annoyed the first time I read it. You can kind of understand why he would feel that way. The companions had already been torn apart once when one of them disappeared, and yet when they were finally given a second chance to be together again, they still lost it. All because of a mistake made by O. O had been given a simple task. One you're sure any rational human could have followed. It was simple. O even fought so hard to earn the right to bring E back from wherever they had gone, and the powers that be granted them one chance. One. They were both given a path to walk down. All O had to do was walk forward without looking back until they reached the end. Simple as that. But they still went and failed. O looked back at E. Why? They should have just been obedient. That was clearly the message of the story. Stupidity ruined what could have been a happy ending. Never make a mistake like that. Well, there's a reason why they chose that particular story, didn't they? To leave in here with these two. For some reason it made me angry. Really angry. It felt like a mockery. It was cruel. Why would anyone want to read something so awful? It's a tragedy, you know? It speaks to the human condition. That's why people like to read tragedies. But at the same time, it was also beautiful. That part. You're a bit unsure why he would feel that way. Because even if it was a mistake that made them lose each other again, the reason they lost could only have been something beautiful. No matter why O turned around, paranoia, the other wasn't there, excitement, impatience. Even if it was stupidity, even if it was a mistake, it was a mistake made with love. You think you're beginning to understand. I totally called the Orpheus and Eurydice myth. I called it. The second I saw O and E, I knew it was one of those myths. And then when they were talking about love, they were in love and everything. And I was like, that's why I had to read the Wikipedia page. And that did align with what I recall. Like, I know that Wikipedia is not the best place to do research, but it's convenient and easy, okay? But listen, that does align with what I remember reading. There's a main game coming out soon? Oh, thank you so much, cats. Oh my gosh. Yes to the main game. I will be getting it because I'm enjoying this immensely. I really like how this game is making me think. It's making me, it's appreciating literature. It's, you know, there's a lot of themes of trust, suspicion, but love, companionship, you know? It's kind of a horrible situation that these two are in. They're in a terrible situation, and it's just them two. This is, wow, this is something. It made me realize that no one is above doing something like that. If I had made that same mistake, I'd be sad. But after thinking about it, I don't know if I'd regret it. And that's what makes me so confused. If you were the one to walk behind and they were to look back, would you be angry? That mistake essentially costed your freedom. That's true. But listen, okay? I don't think anger would have been the response. I think it would have been sadness. Sadness at being separated from the love of your life. That's what I think. Because they truly loved each other. I don't think that Eurydice would have been angry at the fact that he screwed up. You know? I think she would have been more like sad at the separation. More than anything. Would you be angry? I would be angry if it wasn't somebody that I was in love with. If it was like a regular schmo that came to come save me, and I'm like, oh, you're here to rescue me? Cool. Awesome, let's go. But there was no attachment, then I'd be pissed. You mean real? Shake your head. No, I'm not angry at him. You gave him your answer. Then you thought about it again, picturing it, of what you'd actually feel if they did turn around to look at you. That even though it would have been a mistake, you don't know how to feel. He looks at you before looking back at the book in your lap. I don't think I could be angry. The two of you remain there together in silence for a while longer. Eventually he stands. He leaves you to continue reading, though not before glancing back at you one last time before he goes. My goodness. Wow. What else is in here? The recreation compartment isn't particularly large. Or I can play with the stress ball. My stress is up a little bit. You pick up the stress ball and absent-mindedly squeeze it between your hands. The repetitive motion gives you something simple to focus on. You spend the next half hour quietly sitting in the compartment, letting some of the tension slowly leave your body. Well, I'm still sticking to the plan of failing with you. Oh. Are you still planning on preparing for the exam? Well, nod, shake your head, or remain silent. He asked me if I'm planning to prepare for the exam. No, I'm gonna be here with you forever. I don't want you to die. Oh, I see. Well, when you're not sure what to do, we could just pass the time together. He glances around the room, but there's no frustration in it, no boredom. If anything, he seems oddly at ease here. This is like his dream scenario. He's obsessed with us, and we're stuck with him forever. As long as we keep doing this, you know? I've already looked through everything in here. I really doubt there's anything new left to find, but honestly, that doesn't bother me much. If this really is all there is to this room, his attention settles back on you, more focused than before. I don't really need anything else. Oh, Miles! As long as you're here, it doesn't feel... I don't know. I guess it doesn't feel pointless. Oh, and MC is starting to show cracks. Could that really last? If he thinks he's bad company, then what sort of standard does he have, especially in a place like this? Yeah, he's been excellent company. He's been perfect, you know. I mean, I guess we haven't done anything to go against him. Maybe he could change his personality. You know, maybe he could be more aggressive or something if we weren't being so amicable with him. Hey. Eventually you have to bore him. Maybe not now, but inevitably. It's bound to happen. It has to. Well, not really. What if you become his only source of entertainment? You know? Then he would be desperate to keep you around forever and ever. You know, it's kind of like, it's like the weighted companion cube in Portal. It's a cube with a heart on it. And it's like, they tell you that it's a companion, so you carry it around with you. And then when the weighted companion cube gets taken away from you, you're desperately upset. It's kind of like in Castaway with Tom Hanks. Y'all remember Castaway? And he's on this island all by himself. There's no one else there. And he gets a volleyball. He names it Wilson. He puts a face on it, you know, and he names it Wilson. He talks to it every day. It never talks back. It's not even a person or anything. It's just a ball with a face on it. But that ball became his best friend in the whole wide world. And he was desperate to hold on to that ball. This is similar, girl. He's not going to grow bored of you if you two are going to stay there for all of eternity like that, because you are his only other. It's either you or being alone. Well, I guess if you don't make it, you know, if you failed and he won, then he'd go back to the regular spaceship. That could happen. But as far as like, you know, just kind of getting bored for after so long, I don't really see it that way. Plus, he's obsessed with us, real. And by that time, it'll just be a race to see who gets to leave this place alive. Are you all right? Rue. Calm down, sir. Oh, stars. Did I say something wrong? Well, you're kind of freaking out a little bit. After a long pause, you decide to tell him exactly what you're thinking. Well, listen, okay? Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that you can't be bored of me, okay? Because I'm all you have. That's what I'm thinking. He looks a little relieved. You don't have to worry about that. I could never get enough of you. Oh my. So romantic. You could never bore me. He lets out a quiet chuckle, as though the very idea is absurd. Yeah, we're talking about you, buddy. Aren't you so handsome? Aren't you the most handsome Mr. Beau ever that there ever was? Yes. Who's your good boy? What a good boy. Yeah. Okay, you can go back to your nap. Yeah, you can go back to your nap. Back before all of this, I used to watch you for hours. That's not creepy at all. You do the same things every day, mostly. Just surviving. But I never got tired of it. And honestly, I wasn't much different from you. We were a lot more alike than you probably realize. And I wouldn't want it to be any different. I guess I just naturally don't get bored very easily. I could stare at the stars for hours, and if I couldn't see the stars, I'd end up staring at a blank wall instead. People used to make fun of me for that. I guess there's probably something little wrong with me because of it. But I guess that also means I can never get bored of you. Even after all of the time I spent watching you, I still can't tell what you're thinking. If anything, maybe I should be the one worrying. If you end up getting sick of being trapped in a place like this with me, and you decide you want to leave, What am I supposed to do then? He looks down and his words trail off. But it hasn't come to that. Only thinking about it will make it more likely to happen. So let's just try to get through to today first. After a moment, he glances toward you. Do you want to read some literature together? There was more than one book in the recreation bin yesterday. It's just a suggestion. Though if you'd rather do something else, I could go along with that too. You wanted my company, I mean. Yes, let's do something together. Follow along. Stay with him up until lunch. That's what I'll do. You tell him you want his company, pulling him towards the enrichment items. Yes. Picking up a book, you silently read it with Zor by your side. After a moment, he glances toward the window. Hey, do you want to come look at the stars with me? His tone softens, something gentler settling in. We don't have to do anything. We can just stand there for a while. He hesitates, and then adds more quietly. Spend the morning like that, together. His gaze flickers back to you, uncertain but hopeful. Would you like that? Yes, agree. You nod. For a moment, he just looks at you, like he needs to be sure you really mean it. Then something in his expression softens. Okay. You follow him to the window. The two of you stand side by side, close enough that your shoulders almost touch. Outside, the stars stretch endlessly cold and distant, scattered across the ever-expanding universe. Neither of you speaks. Oh, that was so cute. He's adorable. Like, I really like him a lot. He's wonderful. Okay. Let's do something. Let's interact with something we didn't interact with before. One of those things was... Oh, a chime rings. The compartment opens and the same smell as the meal you had the previous day whisks into the room. We eat the exact same thing every single day, don't we? That's going to get really old really fast. Before you can even get to the compartment, Zor dashes to get both trays. Well, unless we've been eating the exact same thing every day for our entire life, then, and we've never had variety before, then it wouldn't get old. Because we've known nothing different. I'll get it for you. He's such a gentleman. But instead of handing it to you, he places it on the desk. Can we have this lunch together? Yes. You see no reason not to. You slide to the seat opposite to his. The food looks good. I swear, it must be better than usual. It smells better than usual. I actually have something I want to, confess. I can't bear to keep it a secret any longer. I did something strange happen last night. What do you mean? No? Should it have? Because I was the one who put that message on your datapad. Excuse me? What? Huh? You did what? Why? Why would you do that? I'm sorry. I really shouldn't have done it behind your back like that. I hope you're not too upset with me. I just had to know. If you got the choice, would you have left me? I thought about it all night. I kept imagining every outcome, every reason you might choose to leave. I couldn't even think of a reason why you would even want to stay with someone like me. But you chose to stay. There's a faint tremor in his voice. You actually stayed with me. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rue. I think I think we can trust each other now, right? I mean, now I don't know if I can trust you because that was messed up. Why would you do that? I mean, I guess I know why, but you didn't need to do that. That just showed that you didn't trust me this whole time. Right? We don't have to keep doubting anymore. You were the one doubting. I was doing everything. I was doing everything you suggested. I was all in. I was like, romance, yes, I'm doing it. You were the one that didn't trust me, and you just proved it just now. I really can't spend another second thinking you might turn on me. I didn't ruin it, did I? I know I shouldn't have tested you like that. I know it was selfish and intrusive and unfair. Yes, it was all of those things. How dare you? But I swear on my life, I'll never do anything like that ever again to you. Please, I'll do whatever it takes to prove it to you. If there was only a way that I could guarantee that we'll both fail the test right now, so we don't have to keep worrying about that stupid test. There must be a way. Then, as though he has an epiphany, he gasps. I think I got it. Do you now? I could put a lock on the tablets. That way, we don't destroy them but also limit access to them. I could even make them completely random when we won't be able to guess them. That means you don't trust me. You still don't trust me. That's all you're telling me right now. I know it must sound scary, but... What about this? I could put a lock on just mine and even hand it over to you. You don't have to lock yours yet if you're scared. I'll lock mine and prove it to you I would never betray you. I'll do whatever you want. Lock up both of your data pads. Lock up only his or forget it. Oh God. Y'all were rizzing him up, okay? I don't trust him now. He's lost my trust, but I'm still attracted to him, so I'm going to lock them both up. You hold the tablet out to him. For a moment, he doesn't move, like he's afraid this will disappear if he reacts too quickly. Then he takes it from your hands, carefully, almost reverently, his fingers brushing yours just long enough to linger. You're serious? Oh, he's so happy. We made him so happy just now, real. His grip tightens around the datapad, something in his expression shifting, relief bleeding into something deeper, something far more consuming. Oh God, obsession. Thank you, Rue. We don't need to worry about any stupid exams anymore. Don't be scared, Rue. If anything, you should celebrate. He looks at the datapad again, then back at you, like he's confirming you're still there, that this is real. We beat them. We actually beat them. He's ecstatic. Now neither of us has to die. I wouldn't call this beating them. We're still within their system. I'd say the only way we actually beat them is if we both make it out of here together, alive. That would be beating them. This, I don't know what this is. Rue, could you go to the bathroom for a bit? I'll handle it here. Why do you want to do that without me seeing? Why? You still don't trust me. Maybe I shouldn't trust you either. Okay? When you return, Zor is already waiting for you. He straightens the moment he sees you, like he's been anticipating this, his expression caught somewhere between nervous and eager, an uneasy smile fixed in place. I'm done. He hands you his tablet. I put a password on it. And true enough, when you try to turn it on, it loads to a password page. It was pretty tricky, but I managed to get it done. You point to his own datapad. Oh yeah, I got mine password protected too. I used a random number generator for both of ours, so I don't know the password for either. Do we believe him, y'all? Do we believe this man? What if he's trying to trick us? What if he's like trying to make us complacent so that we won't study and have an advantage, so that way he can pass the test and we fail? That could happen. The weight of the situation finally dawns on you. You might have said that you had beat them, but is that true? Or did you just remove your only way out? This is a truce. He can trust you now, so he has no reason to betray you. Right? Oh God. I could have made a terrible mistake just now. We don't know this man. How much do we actually trust him? I'm starting to doubt myself. But we're rizzing him up, okay? We're gonna make him fall in love with us, and if he loves us enough, he's not gonna screw us over, okay? If he really loves me, he's not gonna let me die. Hey, Rue. Oh, stars. I knew you would be worried. Listen. He leans towards you, covering his mouth. It's not as though it's a guarantee that we're stuck here forever. What if they decide after a while they let us go? What if we find a way for both of us to escape? See, there's options. We just have to stay together for now. Would something like that really happen? It's true, you can't deny the possibility, but you also can't bring yourself to fully believe it either. And for some reason, at the same time, you're a little glad that you didn't have to worry anymore about whether you need to compete with him. Well, I guess it's a relief that's like, well, I can't compete anyways. Might as well settle in and hope for the best. Now you know for sure that you will have no blood on your hands. That's true. If anyone dies, it is not my fault. Real. We can die with a clear conscience. Rue. I know it must be scary. I really don't want you to be scared. Let's just try to get through this together, okay? He's really spiraling. I hope you feel more secure now. Actually, no, I don't. I really don't. Would you, like to play a game of cards with me? Play the game. Yes. You tell him you'll join. Perfect. I'll go get the cards. He dashes to get the cards. Go ahead and sit on the desk. Or we could sit on the bed if you prefer. Let's sit on the bed, that's more comfortable. You walk over to the bed and sit down on the firm mattress. A moment later, Zor returns, setting everything down beside you, a little haphazardly, like he didn't want to waste a second. Just like yesterday, you end up playing for hours. And just like yesterday, these card games seem to get you entertained despite any uncertainty you feel. He's winning more than usual today. He is. You can't deny he's a great player. It seems he's lost that reservedness to win from yesterday. I'm beat, he sighs. What about you? Should we have a break? You nod. These games were definitely fun, but you can't help but feel almost completely drained. If you had your datapad right now, would you still have the energy to prepare for the exam? He takes all the cards and dice and knickknacks from the bed and turns them to the compartment. Hi, I think I'm going to head off to bed. I can take the floor if you like. Let him take the floor, let him take the bed. You can have the bed this time. Or we could share it like last time. What was wrong with that? Or maybe it's just because we need a little space after what happened earlier today. I get it, girl. But listen, okay? We're rizzing him up, okay? We're going to be self-sacrificing. Let him take the bed. Maybe if we rizz him up enough successfully and he's obsessed with us enough, he's in love with us enough, you know, he won't screw us over and we'll be able to live. I'm hoping that this is a positive strategy for me. Okay? You give him the okay to sleep on the bed. Thanks, Rue. He gets on the bed, slipping under the bed. You mean the covers? Use the bed? Zor lies on the bed, flat on his back, hands folded neatly over his chest, eyes open and fixed on the ceiling tile above. You slide under the sheets beside him. Oh, we are going to sleep together. Well, I'm going to face him again, because it's more romantic that way. Also, if I show displays of trust, then maybe he won't kill me. Yeah. Rue, I am sorry about today. I might have gone a bit overboard with everything. Oh, you definitely went overboard. Yes, you did. Like, how dare you? How dare you? But also, you're the only one here. And you're hot. And you're sweet. Overall. You are concerning. I am concerned about some of your behavior. But I do like you. I'm so overwhelmed right now. It's making me more and more convinced that this must have been a punishment of some kind, and that maybe I deserve it. You can feel his body tensing as he begins to sob. You don't deserve this. Being trapped in here with me. Console him. He continues to sob, shoulders trembling despite how still he tries to keep himself. He's very emotional, isn't he? You shift closer and tentatively wrap your arms around him, resting your head against his chest. His heartbeat is fast, uneven, pounding against your ear. It makes you realize how long it's been since you've been this close to someone, close enough to hear something so human. His breathing stutters, growing more erratic as his composure falls apart. Rue. You tell him everything's going to be okay. It's gonna be okay, Pookie. For a moment he freezes, like he doesn't quite know how to respond. Oh, look at this CG. Oh, it's so sweet. This is darling and precious and romantic. Then his arms wrap around you, suddenly, tightly, pulling you closer like he's afraid you might slip away. I love this CG. His face presses into your hair, his voice muffled. I don't want you to leave me. Please, don't leave me. You're the only thing that matters to me. You're the only person in the whole wide universe that matters. I don't want you to hate me. Can we stay like this? Forever? Please. You nod against him. His grip tightens for a moment, then slowly softens. His breathing begins to even out in uneven steps, the sobs fading into quiet, shaky inhales. Thank you. He shifts slightly, so you're more comfortably held against him, one hand resting protectively at your back, the other lightly gripping your sleeve, as if to make sure you're still there. Neither of you moves after that. The room stays silent. The only sound is the slow rhythm of his breathing and the faint, steady beat of thrumming against your body. Minutes pass, and then longer. His grip loosens just enough as sleep begins to take him, though even then he doesn't let go completely. His hand still curled into your clothes. His breathing steadies, like he's trying to inhale the shared air between you. You remain wrapped together, warm, shared between you, in the otherwise empty room. Eventually, without quite realizing it, your own eyes begin to close, and like that, held tightly in each other's arms, the two of you drift into a quiet, fragile sleep. Stop being so precious! I can't betray him now. A sharp line of light cuts through the darkness, pulling you from your sleep. A data pad emits a bright light. You turn to look at Zor and he's sound asleep. Is there someone in the room with us? Did the data pad turn itself on? What's going on? Would he really do something like this? Twice? Go back to sleep or go to the data pad. This could be a pivotal moment. Go back to sleep. Because we're showing complete trust in this man. Now, let us make a terrible decision and continue on with our story. Okay, we're doing it for love, okay? I'm doing this for love, okay? I'm gonna die. You decide to go back to sleep. The artificial light slowly seeps through your sleep, pulling you awake. You wake up to the steady rhythm of breathing beneath you, held in Zor's warm, careful embrace. Good morning. He looks away almost immediately, a faint blush spreading across his face. I didn't want to move. I thought it might wake you. It's kind of like when there's a cat or a dog on your lap and they're sleeping. You can't move. You cannot disturb the cat or the dog, okay? The movement only commences once the cat or the dog has decided to abandon your lap. That's how it is. In this case, I am the cat. He hesitates, then speaks a little more quietly. Do you want to stay like this for a bit longer? We don't have to get up yet. The exam isn't until the afternoon. Get off of him or stay like this a little longer. No, we're gonna canoodle more. This could be my last day to live. I want to spend as much time canoodling as possible, real. Give me a little kiss while we're at it. One of us could die, you know. You could be planning to destroy me, you know. This could be my last moment on Earth. Give me a kiss. I mean, it's not Earth. It's space. Freudian slip. You give a small nod and settle back against him. He stiffens for just a moment, like he's caught off guard, and then relaxes again, careful not to move too much. It feels like he wants to say something, but he stops himself, letting the silence settle as you rest there. Time passes. Eventually, he gently pats your shoulder. Hey. You stir awake again. Did you know you snore a little when you sleep? He says with a soft chuckle. Ah! You feel your face heat up. You push yourself up and away from him, quickly putting some space between you. He laughs lightly. I'm joking. No, you're not. A chime sounds through the room. Good morning, students. This is a reminder that your examination will take place today at 2 p.m. Your bathroom passes have been restored. You each have 3 passes available. You will be given separate examinations and will complete them in individual examination pods. Refusal to enter the examination will result in immediate disqualification and termination of the corresponding student. So we have to take the test or we will die. Reminder of the rules. The student with the higher passing score will graduate and be allowed to leave. The lower scoring student will be disqualified and terminated. In the event that neither student achieves a passing score, this process will repeat indefinitely. In the case of a tie with passing marks, priority will be given to student Rue. Please proceed with your final preparations. May you have a productive day. My goodness! Well, I'm just gonna talk to our man. I guess today's the day, huh? You nod. Zor seems calm at first, almost too calm, like he's already accepted whatever outcome is coming. Then he fidgets, shifting slightly as if he's trying to build up the courage to say something. He takes a breath. Would you like to go on a date with me? Huh? He immediately looks flustered, words rushing out. How are we gonna go on a date? Of course, it's completely up to you. I won't make things weird if you don't want to, I promise. Sorry if that came out of nowhere. He lets out a small, nervous laugh. I mean, we're always together. I was just thinking, recently, about how the others would say stuff like, live your day like it's your last. I actually never really understood that, but I think I got it recently. And if today really is my last day, I think this is what I'd want to do. Oh, this is so sad. You think for a moment, and it looks like he's holding his breath every second you decide. You almost want to tease him about it, because he's so cute. Our stress is really high. But before you can say anything, he interjects. Actually, just meet me up at the window if you want to, date. I mean, go on a date. Yes. He quickly dashes away. You can't hide from me. You can't hide from me. Yes, I want to go on a date. Yes. There he is. We're doing it. You walk toward Zor, his hands already jittering as you get closer. So, he's inviting you to a date. Is that it? He's a sad sociopath. That makes him 2 out of my 3. Okay, listen, y'all. I often say that when people ask me, hey, Rue, what's your type? I mean, honestly, I have a lot of types in Otome games. But my top 3 brain rot types, typically, are sad boys, sociopaths, and tsunderes, okay? Sad boys because I love a traumatic, I love a good tragedy. I love tears. I love it when they have a traumatic background, you know? They have a sad history. He's a sad boy. If he cries in front of me, it's over. It's over. Okay? Especially if he's loving and hot and he's a sad boy. That's like tippity top of the top. Tip top. And then sociopath. That's like, he's a little off, okay? You know? He's a yandere or something. I should probably not be so into him. But I can't help it, okay? Listen, he's probably dangerous. But I love him, okay? Don't judge me. And then tsunderes. Because I love the banter, okay? I love it when they sass me. I guess I like being called an idiot, baka, all the time. Real. But listen, okay, they have the best banter, the tsunderes. And it feels like a victory when you finally wear them down and they fall madly and deeply in love with you and they finally start acting nice. It's like victory because they're such jerks before. So he's inviting you on a date. Is that it? You're not entirely sure what that actually involves. You've only ever heard about it in passing, something the others would do occasionally, usually the higher scorers. It always sounded like a risk. I wonder if they pair people up based on score, you know? I wonder, because I'm sure other people go through this scenario too. Comfort had always been a risk, whether it came from another person or from yourself. The only thing that ever mattered was passing every exam. If something didn't directly help you achieve that, then it was something to be wary of, something that could throw you off. Wow, MC was just hyper-focused on winning and getting A's, passing every exam. Why do people date again? To gain comfort from each other? Is it like a contract? Is it something you should be doing when you're in a situation like this? Or maybe this is the only time it actually makes sense. Okay, here goes nothing. Ever since I first noticed you, I felt something I couldn't explain. It was like we were the same somehow, like we didn't really belong with everyone else. There were the others, and there was the two of us. All my life, I only ever cared for myself and my own survival. That's all I wanted for so long, and I was miserable. But you made me realize I could want something else. I wanted to see you happy. When I imagine it, picturing you like that, it would always make me happy too. And I've never felt something like that for anyone before. It made me feel whole. You make me so happy, Rue. You're the only one who's ever mattered to me. And no matter how much I tried, I couldn't stop looking at you. I can't stop now either. I love you, Rue. You make me so happy to be alive. You've made someone happy to be alive? Is this how it usually goes? You've never seen a date in action before. Love. You've heard that word in class before, mostly in literature, in situations that never felt real enough to understand. You're not sure you fully understand it now. But something about hearing him say it to you feels strange, different. Your chest feels tight, your thoughts harder to sort through. Are you supposed to say it back? He hasn't said anything since. He's gone completely still beside you, like he's waiting, like everything depends on what you do next. Say that you love him. Say that you love him as a lie. Oh my God. Wow. Or remain silent. You know what? We've been steady on the love track, okay? We've been rizzing him up. We've been doing all the lovey-dovey romantic things. We're in it, okay? I do quite like him. He did mess up earlier. That does concern me. But I think he actually does love us right now. Like, I think he's really into us. Or at least he thinks he loves us, you know? He's not so bad. We cuddled last night. I'm gonna say I love him back. We're desperately in love. It's gonna be a Greek tragedy. I love you too. Is this the only time MC has actually said something with quotation marks? Other than, He's so happy. You both stay silent. Then slowly, like he's moving through something unreal, he steps toward you and hugs you. I can't believe it. Am I dreaming? A soft, shaky laugh escapes him. I wasn't even sure if I was supposed to say love or just like. I've heard people use both, but he trails off, tightening his hold just slightly. But I do love you. I like you too, He exhales, like the words don't quite capture it. I'm just really happy like this. I think I read somewhere about these things called marriages. The two people would wear white and you vaguely remember something like that. A distant concept. Something mentioned in passing a long time ago. Not something you've ever actually seen happen here. Zor seems almost thoughtful, like he's piecing it together as he speaks. I think it meant they chose each other, like, permanently. He looks at your hand for a moment, then back at you. A quiet determination settling in. It needs a ring to be complete. He reaches out slowly, like he's giving you time to pull away, and gently takes your hand. Are we about to, get married? His fingers are careful as he turns it slightly, focusing on one finger in particular, like he already knows where it should go. It's something that proves that you're mine and that I'm yours, that I would always have you and that I would always be yours. I think for marriages, you're supposed to do something called a proposal, but do you do that on a date? I mean, it can be a date. You could. He glances at you, genuinely unsure. Or is it something separate? Should I do it now? You have no idea. He chuckles. I want to have the best date anyone has ever had here. He hugs you tighter, and I'm sure I did. Nothing could compare to what I'm feeling right now. He then pulls away. I think I'm missing a few things. He tentatively leans down to you, pressing his lips on your cheek. You can feel him shudder at the contact. I've seen the others do that sometimes. Kissing. I think that's what it's called. He looks at you, then quickly lowers his gaze. He kissed me. I don't know if I did it right. I didn't really watch them for long when they were doing it. For some odd reason, you feel inclined to return the gesture. You lean up toward his cheek, softly pressing your lips against it, just as he did to yours. These are like two people that have no idea. They have not, the birds and the bees, kissing, all that, they don't know nothing. For a second, he goes completely still. Then his shoulders tense slightly, another shaky breath slipping from him as he stares at you in stunned silence. Can we do that again? Please. You give him a small nod. I think I'm supposed to, He leans down again, but this time, instead of your cheek, his lips meet your own. A quiet breath catches in his throat as he begins to bring his hands up to the back of your neck, carefully tilting your head until your faces fit together, form so naturally. His lips feel so warm and soft. You never felt anything like this before. The soft tickle of his breath, his fingers carding through your hair. It's all so overwhelming. You've never done anything like this before. You never understood why someone would do something like this. But you also know you don't want to stop just yet. He pulls back just a fraction, his lips still grazing yours, his breath coming in short, jagged hitches that warm your skin. His eyes are wide and shimmering, searching your face for any sign of disapproval, but all he finds is your own breathless longing. A small, hopeful smile tugs at the corners of his mouth, though he looks completely dazed. I think I did that right this time. Can we do that again? Yes, more kissing. Zor smiles at you, completely unguarded. The kind of smile that feels almost out of place on him. I don't know if I ever did anything right. And I don't know if I did everything right. But that was the best date I've ever had. It was the only date you've ever had. You're fairly certain it's also the only date he's ever had. Hey, don't laugh. We laugh. He laughed. I laughed. We all laughed. He lets out a small, breathless laugh, still watching you like he can't quite believe any of this actually happened. If this was really my last day, then I'd be disappointed, but I wouldn't be regretful. You sit beside him on the bed, the quiet between you still lingering from before. A chime rings. Hello, students. You have approximately 2 hours until your examination. Please be sure to consume your allocated rations before the examination begins. The voice fades, leaving the room feeling a little colder than it did a moment ago. Zor swiftly grabs lunch for you. Let's continue our date over lunch, shall we? You give him a nod. You take a seat opposite him. The smell of the rations drifts through the room. Are you nervous? He asks after a moment. About the exam, I mean. You always looked nervous before exams. I can't really blame you. They stress me out too. Yes, we've established that you've been doing nothing but staring at me all this time. For God knows how long. 7 years? 8 years? 9 years? 10 years? 11 years! He's been staring at me for 11 years. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. He hesitates, then adds more quietly, though, I think I was usually more worried about you not making the cut. I'm sure it won't be too bad today. You both start eating. The room falls quiet again, save for the faint sounds of utensils and breathing. Zor doesn't look away from you once. Not once? You can calm down, sir. You don't have to stare at me constantly. Where is he? He must be taking his test. Is he in bed? Where's my man at? Well, let's look at the ants again. Yeah. We have an hour. We have 1 hour. The larvae are larger now, wriggling more actively whenever the queen touches them. Oh, the queen had babies! And besides them, it seems that there's another ant. A much smaller ant moves clumsily along the floor of the enclosure. Its body is slimmer than the queen's, lacking wings entirely. The first worker. Zor mutters from afar. Almost immediately, the worker begins tending to them instead of the queen. The queen finally leaves the brood pile for longer periods now, no longer forced to care for everything herself. They started with only 2 ants, and now they're building an entire colony. You stare at the tiny creatures inside the tank. A queen, a dying male, and a new life that was created in this room. Let's stare at the ants for 10 whole minutes. Stare at the tank. There's nothing else to stare at for 10 minutes. Hello, students. Please enter the examination pod by 1:30 p.m. Failure to enter before the allotted time will result in immediate disqualification and the termination of the subsequent student. My goodness! My goodness! Why do you have to terminate us? We wish you luck on the upcoming exams. Why does it have to be this way? But we're both gonna fail, right? I'm gonna fail on purpose. And hopefully he's so in love with me, I think he is, that he's gonna fail on purpose, you know? We're gonna fail on purpose for love. Oh, look at this. That's different. I guess this is his and this one's mine because I can interact with this one. Okay, here goes nothing. Definitely failing on purpose, and we can only hope that Zor decides to fail too. You take your seat. The helmet lowers into position, waiting. This is it. Will you try your best to score the highest? Will Zor be the one to leave? Will it be you? Will you? What will he do? I'm gonna fail on purpose. I have no idea what's gonna happen, y'all. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Your hands tremble as you lift the helmet and secure it around your head. It locks with a soft, final click. Please remain still as we sync your helmet. A thin interface flickers into place inside the helmet. Lines sharpen. Text stabilizes. Calibration complete. Helmet secured. Your first examination will begin shortly. A digital clock illuminates in front of you. The seconds begin to fall away one by one. There's nothing left to do now but wait. The helmet hums, a low vibration settling against your temples. It always puts you on edge at first, but you know the sensation will fade, drowned out by the exam soon enough. Is the helmet really so necessary? A soft chime echoes through your head. 3 topics will be tested through 10 questions in total. The passing mark will be at the 60% point. The student with the highest passing mark will be able to leave, graduate, and rejoin society. You have 40 minutes to complete this examination. We wish you the best of luck. You look at the clock. There's not much time left. And before you know it, there's only seconds. 10, 9. I kind of almost thought they were going to give us a quiz. You know, that could have been fun. Like a bunch of little quizzes and stuff. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The countdown vanishes. For half a second, the screen is empty. And then the first question loads. Oh, I am gonna do it. I thought, oh, question 1 of 10. Look at the clock. Oh. Logic or unanswered? Mastery. Well, what if I do this? Previous question. Next question. This is the first question. All right, let's do it. Carefully recall what you've studied. Skim and guess. Focus intensely, or try to calm yourself. Go back or wait for time to run out. Well, I'm failing on purpose. I'm just gonna wait for time to run out. You stare at the screen and let the clock drain away. The screen freezes. You can't change your answers anymore. Notice your personalized results page is now available. You hold your breath and slowly open the tab. Your examination results are calculated. Final score, 0.0. You failed the examination. The results are ready, and for this round, there has been no passing mark. Your next exams will be in 3 days. The moment the voice ceases, Zor doesn't hesitate. He lunges forward, his arms wrapping around you in a crushing, desperate hug. We did it together. We're just going to continue this. We're going to continue this existence for however long we do this. You can feel him trembling, his chest heaving against yours, the sheer relief radiating off of him in waves. Thank you. Thank you. We both made it. We beat them, Rue. Did we really beat them? I knew I could trust you. And that you trusted me too. This proves it. We can stay here. Whatever happens, you'll always have me. No matter what happens, I promise we'll get through it together. You've made it. This is the best outcome. The maximum amount of people possible are alive. No one will have to die. This is the best outcome. And you're trapped here forever. This is the best outcome. We sacrificed our freedom for each other, y'all. It was freedom, and someone dies. But no, we didn't choose that. This is the best outcome. Suddenly you remember reading a certain book a long time ago. The ending in particular struck something in you. You thought it was nonsensical, something completely fictional, happily ever after. But it turns out, maybe it was real. This is your happily ever after. If what they say were true, that they really would repeat the exams for the rest of your lives in the case you keep failing together, if the academy keeps you fed, if they provide a bed and the smallest of distractions to keep your minds from rotting, then this is your paradise. Happily ever after. In this small world of just you and him. I could have wished for more. You return the hug, squeezing him tight, your fingers digging into the fabric of his uniform, anchoring yourself to the only person you have in this prison of your own making. Wow. Ending 1, prisoner. Prisoner, prisoner, locked up, can't get you off my mind, off my mind. God knows I tried a million times, whoa, whoa, why can't you just let me go? Wow, that was fun. Okay, y'all, should we try another ending? Any game that chat starts discussing cannibalism is a good game. I know. I'm gonna study this time. Every chance I get, I'm gonna study. He's going down. Okay, let's see what this is like. I didn't do any of this before. Skim, focus, cram. Skim. I guess I'm on topic 1. Oh, logic, laws of the universe, humanity. Focus, skim, focus. A child. Wow, my stress is way high. I'm gonna have to get that down. What if he goes like full yandere on us or something? Or what if he decides he doesn't love us this time and he tries to take us out? I'm not gonna join him. Let me look at the history. Nope, we're not joining him. Decline. We're not spending time with you, dude. This time, we're not gonna be in love. We're enemies now. He looks a little disappointed and lowers his gaze again. Huh, I see. He nods to himself. If you ever change your mind, you're still welcome to sit with me. How sad. It makes me sad because I actually really do like him. He's really sweet. Share the bed, let him take the bed, or remain silent. He sleeps the floor. I'm not sharing. I'm not letting him take it. He gets the floor. Get on the floor, okay, like a dog. We aren't sharing this time, okay? All right, you're trifling, and I am not gonna save your ass. It's okay. I'll just take the floor. He looks away as he takes a pillow and places it on the floor. Oh, it's so sad. Approach him? His eyes are closed. He's not asleep. Leave him to sleep or invite him to sleep on the bed. Nope, we're leaving him alone. We're not going to disturb him. You know, I never really looked around this room at night. Wonder if there's anything else worth looking at. You crouch to look at the tank when you notice something in particular. You call Zor to look at the change. There's eggs now! He points at the several tiny pale specks rest near the queen. The male ant lingers close to her, while the queen barely moves, occasionally twitching her antenna or repositioning the eggs underneath her body. She laid them really quickly. Zor presses closer to the glass, fascinated. I think the queen's using the nutrients from her own body right now. Until workers hatch, she has to take care of everything herself. I wonder if it's a monogamous species or polygamous. It's probably the former if I had to guess. For someone who says they didn't look into ants a lot, he certainly knows more about them than you do. Ants can be either monogamous or polygamous. Oh. Many ant species, such as the black garden ant, are monogamous. Monogamous, meaning the colony is founded and ruled by a single egg-laying queen. Polygyny, multiple queens. Other species, like Argentine ants and some fire ants, are polygynous, with colonies containing anywhere from a few hundred or even millions of queens. Wow. Okay. I just learned something new today. That was a Google search. It was the Google thing that shows up at the top. Like the Google web summary, the AI summary thing. Okay, so if it was wrong, blame Google. After a while, Zor leaves you alone to continue staring into the tiny tank. Okay, this time, do you accept the offer to leave? Accept. Y'all, especially after knowing what happened last time, this could turn out bad. What if he tries to murder me? He might. He could. I wouldn't put it past him. This could be bad. Press accept. Your finger lingers over the screen for a moment, your mind racing through every possible outcome, every consequence that could follow such a simple action. Oh God! Zor is already awake, and he's standing at the corner of the room. Oh, good morning. Remain silent. Make it awkward and weird, yes. Make it weird. You give him a small nod. I, only woke up a little before you. I didn't want to wake you. I hope you slept well. Oh, God. Let's look at the ants and check on their progress, because that's been kind of fun. The eggs have changed by the next day. Small white larvae now squirm weakly beside the queen. The queen constantly tends to them, carefully moving each larva around with her mandibles. The male ant, meanwhile, wanders aimlessly around the tank. I've never been so interested in ants in all my life. You notice the queen never strays far from the larva for long. Even without understanding ants very well, it's strangely easy to tell what matters inside the tiny enclosure. Okay. He's like, we can trust each other now, right? Actually, I was the one that put that thing on the tablet. Please, tell me I can trust you. Please tell me I can trust you. Did you figure it out that I programmed that message? Maybe you're confident you will beat me even without it. I don't know if it looks much like you're trying to leave. If there was only a way that I could guarantee you would fail with me, then you wouldn't be scared, right? Neither of us have to die. He heaves, trembling. I don't want to die, Rue. And I don't want you to die, Rue. And then, as though he has an epiphany, he gasps. Wait, this could actually work. I could put a lock on the tablets. That way, we don't destroy them, but also limit access to them. I could even make them completely random, and then we won't be able to guess them. What do you think, Rue? Just give me your datapad, and I'll make sure neither of us ever touches them again. Nope, hell no. Don't worry. I'm also going to do something to mine, too. You'll even get to keep them both. I don't mind. I'll be willing to do anything. Anything to make sure we'll both never be able to prepare for those horrible exams again. I'm not going to force you to do anything. I'll give you time to make your choice. Would it really work? You've already spent time preparing. Does he think it's not enough for you to pass? Or is he just ignoring that fact? I didn't want to say this, but if you refuse this truce, we'll have no choice but to compete against each other. I really, really don't want to do that, Rue. We're headed in that direction, Pookie. It's too late. I'm studying. Take out your data pad. He walks towards me. Oh, God. He interrupted me. He stopped me, Milky. I guess that settles it then. We're officially competing against each other. He looks down, his expression failing. Is it my fault? He mutters more to himself. If it were someone else in the room, would you have chosen differently? I know, right? Rude. I'm going to start preparing. The words come out quieter, more resigned than determined. I'm going to warn you, though, Rue. I won't go without a fight. If you fully decide to go against me, then I have no choice but to give it my all, too. And I don't think you understand. This isn't something you can beat me at if you force me to compete. What are you saying? I already have an edge, okay? I have more points than you have going in. What are you trying to say? I can't win? How dare you? How dare you? It feels like we're bullying him. We are bullying him, but he's threatening us now. I really don't want to do this, Rue. I really don't. So take this as a warning. He turns away from you, shoulders slumped. The earlier tension replaced by something heavier. As he walks off, you can hear him mumbling under his breath. If you ever change your mind, I'm still willing to lock both of our datapads away. Nope. I'm studying. Okay? I'm gonna win. Okay, top proficiency. That's enough for today. I'll do topic 3 tomorrow. I don't have much stamina left. Okay? He's not threatening. He's just warning us. It's not like he wants to. Yeah, but he was like, listen, Rue. Okay, you can't beat me. I will win. Before you can walk, you feel your breath quicken. Your thoughts swarm. Everything feels too much. Is it because my stress is too high? You don't want to die. You want to get out. You shouldn't leave. You don't want to kill Zor, do you? Zor is tricking you. You will die. You will fail. And he's going to pass. They'll throw you out into the cold, uncaring universe, just like everyone that has failed before you. Who's talking? Is this MC? Is this in our head? Zor is tricking you. 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 You need to get out of this room alive. Don't let him use you. I don't want to die. I'm so scared. Your legs give out beneath you. You curl into yourself on the floor, trembling as tears begin to sting at your eyes. Your breathing turns uneven, shallow. Rue. I don't know what to do. Oh, stars. I'm so sorry, Rue. Rue. But the instant he touches you, your body jolts. You flinch violently, scrambling away from him across the floor as panic crashes over you even harder than before. Zor freezes, shock immediately flooding his expression. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm sorry. Please, you have to forgive. You can see him beginning to panic too. Words tumbling out in rushed, frantic apologies. I'll stay on the other side of the room. Almost immediately, he backs away from you. Then, faster still, he retreats to the far corner, putting as much distance between the two of you as possible. The room falls silent aside from the sound of uneven breathing. After a long while, you manage to calm yourself down. It seems Zor eventually does the same. That was intense. I wonder what would happen if I talked to him right now. Oh, I don't remember him posed like this. He's studying. Before he never studied. This time he's studying. You walk towards him. He seems to be looking down at the notes on his data pad, though his attention is clearly torn when he notices you walking toward him. He looks both guarded, but also looks a little expectant. Give him the data pad, or leave. Nope, I'm not giving him nothing. You can see his disappointment when you leave him. He can be disappointed. That's fine. He's about to die anyway. I'm not gonna die. He's gonna die. This is so sad. Like, I actually feel terrible. I actually feel terrible about this whole situation. A chime rings. All right, the compartment opens. We got food. Before you can even step forward, Zor abruptly rushes to the compartment and grabs both trays. Excuse me, are you not going to allow me to eat? Listen, okay, I'm studying, but I was at least like not going to make you starve to death. How dare you? That's cheating. Listen, okay, we can both study and that's fair. At least if I won that way and lived, at least I would have lived fair and square. This way, if you're trying to starve me, y'all, it's going down. It's going down. I'll get it for you. Oh, you'll get it for me, will you? With that crazed face? Are you certain that's what you're doing, sir? I don't trust you. He says it too quickly, almost stumbling over the words. His movements are strangely tense, shoulders drawn tight as he carries the trays over. But instead of handing your meal directly to you, he carefully sets it down on the desk between you both. I hope you don't mind having lunch with me, he murmurs, avoiding your gaze entirely as he sits down. He's forcing me to sit with him. This is unhinged. You have little choice but to take your tray from the table. You eat in silence, the only sound in the room coming from the quiet clink of utensils and trays. Across from you, Zor seems like he wants to say something, yet every time the words nearly reach his lips, he swallows them back down. As you both finish your separate meals, Zor slowly looks up at you. He fidgets with the edge of his sleeve, fingers tightening around the fabric before he finally forces himself to speak. Did you receive a message on your datapad last night? Yeah, should I nod or remain silent? I'm remaining silent. Okay, I can't be agreeable at all. I see. The moment you answer, something in his expression falters. His grip tightens around the utensil in his hand before he slowly lowers it back onto the tray. Oh God, here comes the confession. Is he going to confess or is he going to hide it? How could you? Do you hate me that much? That you'd rather leave me to die than be with me for any longer? Zor looks down like he can't bear to look at you. I was the one that set it up, that message. The one you saw last night. I programmed it when you left the bathroom. Oh, God. I should have probably said something sooner. I told myself it could have been a mistake. That it must have been a mistake. But I don't know what to think anymore. Please, tell me it was a mistake, Rue. Please. You feel bad for him? I do too, honestly. It's not his fault. He laughs. Though it was screwy. He shouldn't have done that. He didn't need to do that, okay? That was on him. But still, I do feel bad. You know, I was originally going to ask you something else. Like whether you want to see the mock scheme for tomorrow's questions, or whether you'd want to leave this place together with me. But I knew this was probably the most important question I could ask instead. You really would leave me here to die. I don't know what to think. He sobs. And the worst part is, I can't even bring myself to be angry at you. You're probably terrified of all this. Of being trapped here and being stuck with me. Nobody would want that. I should have accepted it from the start. This is a punishment for both of us. For you, it's being trapped here with me. And for me, it's being forced to face the truth. That I really am nobody. And that's where I belong. And honestly, I don't think I would have minded being that kind of person either. But in a place like this, they don't allow people like that to exist. I shouldn't have set it up. It was a mistake. I shouldn't get angry at you either for choosing the freedom. But I would have died if it were real. No, it's messing with my head. It was a mistake. I should have never set it up. I'm sorry, Rue. It's not your fault. It's theirs. I'm sorry for acting this way. You don't deserve this. If there was only a way I could guarantee you would fail with me, then you wouldn't be scared, right? Then neither of us would have to die. Are we really going to have to compete? Are you going to try to score the highest? And you're going to kill me? He heaves, trembling. I don't want to die, Rue. And I don't want you to die, Rue. Wait, this might work. Why didn't I think of this sooner? What if I just take your data pad away? Cosmos, mine too. Would it really work? You've already spent time preparing. Does he think it's not enough for you to pass? Or is he just ignoring the fact? Rue, I'm not going to force you into anything you don't want to do, but I can only wait for so long for you to make your choice. And it is your choice, because I know you're trying to leave this room. I won't stop you from preparing. But I also can't just sit here and refuse to fight back if it means staying alive. I'll give you 30 minutes to make up your mind. Hand him the data pad or refuse. Refuse. Do you really trust him? Trust that he would not simply pass the exam tomorrow and leave you behind. I don't trust him. And can you really keep staying in the same room with him like this? You tighten your grip around your datapad and tell him you're not giving it up. He falls silent for a moment, as though trying to process your answer. Thanks for telling me now. A small unsteady breath. If you really wanted an advantage, you could have just let me wait it out. He gives a faint, strange smile. Sorry, I just needed to say that out loud. It's a little comforting in a strange way. I guess that settles it then. We're officially competing against each other. He looks down, his expression falling. As the light dims, Zor stands up from where he's been. He stretches slightly, then walks over to the bed and slips under the sheets. He's not even asking. Sorry, but I'm taking the bed. I can't afford to be sleep deprived tomorrow. Feel free to join if you don't mind. You wake up to find that Zor has already left the bed. Sitting up, you see him sitting across the room at the desk. He's preparing for the exam. Let's look at the ants again. See how big the ants are. Nothing moves. You're sure they're all dead. Really, they're dead? Why are they all dead? They were fine before. That's sad. He's slowly eating his meal. You decide to sit opposite him. Why did I do that? You sit in silence. Eventually he does say something. Good luck on the test today. You don't respond. Things have not been going well between us at all. Hello, students. Please enter the examination pod. Okay. All right, here we go. We're doing it, Milky. We're gonna win. We're gonna live. I'm sorry, Zor. I'm sorry. You're wonderful. Honestly, you have potential to be like the best ever. But I'm not going down for you. I'm sorry. Notice your personalized result page is now available. You hold your breath and slowly open the tab. Your examination results are calculated. 80%. Really? I thought I would have got higher than that. You passed the examination. Zor also passed. Which one of us passed better? A strange feeling settles in your chest. Congratulations, student Zor. You have successfully scored the highest passing score. What? Why? I'm gonna die. You have earned your right to graduate and rejoin society. Student Rue will be terminated and escorted out shortly. How dare! Milky, how dare! All of that for nothing. No, all of that for nothing. How dare! I am getting I can't believe this. I'm so upset. How dare they murder me? The words settle in, but they don't feel real at first. And then it hits. A cold, suffocating terror grips your body. Sharp and immediate, like the air itself has thickened around you. I didn't want... Zor doesn't look happy. If anything, he looks even more shaken than you. A cold sting crawls along the back of your neck, spreading slowly down your spine. You can't tell if it's your fear or something else. Before you can react, a dome slides down around your head, sealing you in. So this is it. That moment has finally appeared. You've seen this happen to others many times. You know exactly what comes next. It's your turn now. Don't go. Please. What is that on my head? You're the only thing that's ever mattered to me. He still loves me. Even after all of that. Oh God. I got axed. Despite everything unfolding around you, a strange calm begins to settle in. It spreads slowly, softening the sharp edges of your fear, dulling the panic that had been tightening around your chest just moments ago. You've heard it before. There's something being released into the dome, something mixing into the air you're breathing right now. It's like tss, and giving you poison. The terror doesn't disappear all at once, but it fades, like it's being gently pulled away from you. And you would rather try and kill him than die. He deserves better. I did try. I was just trying to survive, Milky. Okay? One of us had to die. The suffocating weight in your chest begins to loosen, replaced by something distant and almost peaceful. You can still see Zor in front of you, still hear him, but it all feels slightly out of reach now, like there's a thin layer separating you from everything happening. What if we take the test? We make him think we love him. And then in the scene where it's like, do you love him? We could lie. And I have a save there. Oh my God. That would be evil, but I could do it. But it all feels slightly out of reach, like there's a thin layer separating you from everything happening. And somehow that makes it easier. Like you're being guided into accepting it. No, there must be something I can do, he mutters. Oh God. Why does it have to be like this, Milky? Oh God. He reaches towards the dome, his hands hovering against it, as if he could force it open, as if there was some way to stop what's already begun. You know what? Like I said, I like sad boys. You know, he's given me tears. He's crying over my death. It makes me love him more. Oh God. Rue. Student Rue, please prepare to be escorted out. No. No. Please, tell me this isn't real. Tell me this is just some kind of nightmare. Even though I was being a monster to you. I was being horrible to him. I just was being disagreeable, you know. And I didn't really do anything that terrible to him. I just didn't fall in love with him this time. Oh God, I don't like it. You tell him to leave you be. Oh, ouch. Ouch. There are no feels at all for this man this time. None whatsoever. Ow, painful. He goes still. Not because he understands, but because he doesn't know what else to do. Instead of fear, the numbness has left you feeling more irritated than anything else. Soon, you'll be sent to the same place so many others were taken after they failed. The place where you'll be preserved, left floating in the universe for who knows how long, almost like a star. Wouldn't that be exactly what he wanted? If he loved looking at you so much, then at least he'll still be able to. You tell him exactly that? No. No. The door slides open in front of you, and without looking back, you walk out. Ending 3. Freedom. That's freedom. Freedom for him. Wow! What's he doing? Zora stands quietly in the corner. Sorry, I just kind of need to be not looked at right now, and I don't want to waste a bathroom pass. Cosmos, do you think that's why there's a time limit? So there's no way to hide the messier parts of yourself from the other person? Ignore me. I'm probably overthinking it. I feel so bad. I guess I'm just overwhelmed with everything. I must be awful company right now. Well, I'll keep him company. You decide to lean against the wall beside him, crossing your arms as you quietly remain there. Zora does not say anything at first, though you catch him occasionally glancing in your direction. Eventually, he breaks the silence. If I couldn't get to my sleeping pod, I'd usually do this. Just press my head against the wall. It helps keep things quiet, and if I'm lucky enough to find a corner, I can sort of press my ears into it so it gets even quieter. Stars, why am I even doing this right now? He mutters with a small chuckle. This room is so quiet, it might as well be air-sealed. Oh no, I must look ridiculous right now. He lets out another embarrassed laugh. Thanks. Well, that was sad. Share the bed, let him take this time I'm going to let him take, because we're being more neutral this time, you know. You can have the bed. He blinks in surprise. You're letting me? No, I can't. I'm going to take the floor. And if I see you also taking the floor, I will... Please don't take the floor. He looks away as he takes a pillow and places it on the floor. Wasn't he a gentleman? You know what? Just come on in. Come to bed. Even if you feel you're certain he's not actually asleep, you still feel a little guilty trying to wake him. Carefully, you reach out and gently pat his shoulder. The moment you touch him, his entire body tenses. He slowly opens his eyes, whispering, "Yes?" Hey, don't laugh. Even if we're not sharing a bed, we're still sharing a room together. You can't blame me for being nervous. And to share it with you, no less. You point him to the bed. You're letting me sleep on the bed. You nod. And you? You point to the bed again. I see. He nods. I see. Thank you so much. I mean, thank you. Just thank you is more normal. Thank you. I guess I'll be waiting on the bed. I mean, I'll go to sleep first. Yeah. Okay, it's time for sleep. Sleep away from him this time. You close your eyes and try to sleep, but it feels wrong. You can't remember the last time someone was this near to you, close enough that you can feel the quiet rhythm of their breathing, the faint warmth that lingers between your bodies, even without touching. Things went crazy before. I've done both. I'm going to reject this time. I don't want him to die. Oh, is that how you get this CG? Is by rejecting it. I'm going to be quiet. You give him a small nod. I only woke up a little before you. I didn't want to wake you. I hope you slept well. Yeah. Okay, this is where we're freaking out. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I'm so scared. Your legs give out beneath you? Okay. After a moment, you feel him carefully brush a hand through your hair. I'm so sorry you're going through this, Rue. This time, at least, I wasn't being mean to him, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't being horrible to him. I'll do it for you. Okay. You can't bring yourself to respond. Slowly, gradually, your breathing begins to steady again. Rue, how are you feeling? You tell him that you're better now. I'm so happy to hear that. You give him a small nod, thanking him. Of course. After taking a few more moments to collect yourself, you slowly sit back up, and eventually, the two of you return to what you were doing before. So the secret, y'all, to getting this fully maxed out, it's gonna be with cram sessions. But I'm too exhausted. Focus. He walks to me. I guess that settles it then. We're competing. Yes. Okay. All right, I still needed to study more. Well, you know what? Give him the data pad this time. You decide to hand him the tablet, despite how much you prepared for the exam. Is it really not too late? Will he actually accept this truce? At this point, it almost feels pointless, doesn't it? Zora takes it while avoiding your gaze the entire time. I know what you must be thinking, Rue. It's not too late to make a truce possible. It's not too late. I won't let it be too late. Whoa! Calm down, sir. Now, while you were preparing, I was doing my own preparing. It's not too late for a truce. I won't let it be. Even if we destroyed every datapad right now, you'd still have the ability to try and pass the exam. That can't do. That can't do. We can't have that, can we? That's a risk to both of our safety. If any of us tries to leave, I have one suggestion. I remember a rumor back in school. If someone wanted to make sure another person failed, they'd go as far as breaking their fingers so they'd never get a chance to answer the exam questions. You already know where this is going. I do know where he's going with this. Are you gonna break my fingers? Please don't do that. We don't want to have to break anything permanently, but I may have a way to sprain our fingers. I can sprain your fingers, and then you can sprain mine back. Or I could do it myself. Oh, wait. We should do it together. I don't want you thinking I'd backtrack. I was trying to think of ways to blind each other, but they're all too dangerous with serious risks of infections. How about this? You sprain my fingers, and then maybe even break them, if that will make you feel better. I should have locked the tablets from the beginning, shouldn't I? Ugh. How can we sprain each other's fingers at the same time? Think. Listen, Rue. I'll make it as painless and clean as possible. I can even sprain mine first. I still have an idea for how I can do yours cleanly without needing to use my hands. I promise they'll heal. It just has to hurt enough that neither of us will be able to key in our answers tomorrow. I really don't want to hurt you, Rue. But this is our only option at this point. I feel nauseous thinking about how high I know our score if I'm forced to take the exam seriously. You understand that, right? Right now. I don't want you to think I'm bluffing when I say this, but if I don't have absolute confidence that you won't try to pass the exams tomorrow, you will die. It makes me sick, Rue. I don't want to kill you, Rue. Please, don't make me do it. I'm trying so hard to make you realize that those are the only options here, Rue. I skimmed through the material, the things they're going to ask. It horrifies me that I know I can answer them. This isn't a threat. At least it's not meant to be. But you have to understand, Rue. Trust seemed so easy at the beginning. I was sure that even if you prepared for the exam, it wouldn't mean anything. It was just an action. But now, I think I made a mistake. Maybe this was a test for me. They're testing whether I can make you trust me. Wait. Maybe that's it. I figured it out. Hey, if you're listening, you sick freaks, I figured it out. I know exactly what you want. Okay, I see how it is. Maybe I should have gone about this differently. Maybe it's already too late to find a way for us to fail. Maybe I have to prove to you that I will be the highest scorer if you force my hand. If you ask me any of the questions from the practice papers, I'll answer them for you. Is that enough? You know, I was always one of the top scorers at school, but I can't believe I used to do this. I would hijack the monitor screens showing our rank and remove my entry. Oh, how I regret doing that now. If I had never, perhaps it would be enough to convince you I'll pass. I was trying to stay unnoticed. I guess that came to bite me back. Oh, wait. This is a punishment for hijacking the boards. Oh, if that's true, that's actually genius. Okay. I learned my lesson. I'll never do anything like that ever again. I promise. This man is crazy, y'all. This man is crazy. He's spiraling out of control. Oh my God, calm down, sir. Calm yourself. Okay, maybe try to negotiate with me or something like that. Don't break my fingers. I could probably still figure out a way to take the exam. Number 1. Number 2, calm down. Just make this end, please. I don't want Rue to hate me. Please, I learned my lesson. Please, I don't want to be the one who hurts Rue. An announcement chimes in. Congratulations, Student Zor. You have been given the opportunity to alter the structure of the program. What? Really? Huh? You're both stunned into silence. What's happening? You have been granted the opportunity to guarantee that the other student participant will fail, regardless of their final exam score. Oh my God! So basically, he can definitely kill me, or definitely keep me alive by keeping himself trapped. You can feel your breathing quicken. This can't be real. Please answer immediately, or this opportunity will be invoked automatically. To confirm the change, verbally repeat, "Yes, I accept the request." He turns to look at you for only a split second before answering. "Yes, I accept the request." It all happened so fast, far too fast. You never even had the chance to react. Request confirmed. Student Rue's result on any upcoming examination has been designated as a fail. Why even take the test? I'm sorry, I couldn't. I had to guarantee our safety, Rue. Please, Rue, you have to listen to me. MC's face is absolutely accurate right now. How could you do this to me? At least before, like, if we both studied up, then it could have been fair. He backstabbed me. At least we could have been, if we both studied fair, like, it could have been fair. It'd just have been like, your knowledge versus my knowledge. But no. What if what just happened was true? Then you're trapped here with him for the rest of your life, and only he gets to decide your fate. You can feel your legs give out beneath you. Zora quickly catches you before you can hit the floor, gripping you tightly to keep you upright. Rue. Hey, you know I won't hurt you. Please, don't be scared. Isn't it obvious by now that I would never leave you? I mean, you can't ever leave me. Either you kill me or you never leave me. That's the point of all of this. Maybe that's exactly what you're afraid of. This man is a yandere. Hey, please. Don't look so scared. Shh. I'm here for you, all right? I know you must be scared, but you have to see this was the only way to ensure we both survive. It was actually the best thing that could have happened. I know you're scared right now, but I'll prove it to you during the exam. I would never leave you behind like that. Listen, he leans closer to you, lowering his voice as he covers his mouth. It's not like this guarantees we'll be trapped here forever. What if they eventually decide to let us go? What if we find a way for both of us to escape? See? There are still options. We just have to stay together for now. You don't have to worry about the exams anymore. You should get some rest. You look like you need it. Oh, I definitely need it. And just like that, before you knew it, the exam started. You walk out of the examination pod. It felt so pointless going in. You actually tried to pass the exam, but in the end, the system still announced that student Rue had failed. The results are ready, and for this round, there has been no passing mark. I knew he was gonna spare us, because he's obsessed with us. He's like a yandere. Yuri? Okay, but listen, he can be a yandere, it's still hot. I do like hot yanderes, I'm not gonna lie. Your next examinations will take place in 3 days. Zora approaches from his own examination pod. Rue, see? I could never betray you. You mean everything to me, Rue. I feel so relieved. We don't have to fight. This exam should make you feel at least a little better, right? And with every exam that passes here, it'll make you more and more confident that I'll never betray you, right? Every exam. Every exam? You're supposed to feel safer with every exam that passes in this place. I don't really feel safer because he backstabbed us. Exactly, Milky. If Zor truly intends to fail alongside you every single time, then this should be the best possible outcome, right? This is the best outcome. The maximum number of people are still alive. No one will have to die. This is the best outcome, and you're trapped here forever. This is the best outcome. Suddenly, you remember reading a certain book a long time ago. The ending in particular struck something in you. You thought it was nonsensical, something completely fictional. Happily ever after. But maybe it was real after all. This is your happily ever after. Man, you know what? In the other one, when we were in love, this hits so differently. Happily ever after in this small world. If just you and him. Don't be scared, Rue. I'll always be here for you. I'll stay here for you forever. Hey, no need to look so nervous. But please don't make this any harder than it has to be. Please. I'm doing my best. I really don't want you to hate me. Do you hate me, Rue? Did I ruin it? Remain silent, nod, or shake your head. We're remaining silent. That's what we've been doing this whole time. You were too afraid to answer him. You don't want to know what happens if he gets angry at your response. Will he decide to pass the next exam? How are you going to stop him? If you make him mad, he can decide to leave you at any moment. True, good point. Let's not make him mad. Okay? Let's not make him mad, okay? We're not going to press the buttons too far. Your life is his now, and yet something inside you compels you forward. Slowly, tentatively, you step toward him and wrap your arms around him, resting your head against his chest. You might not have to take the exams anymore, but somehow Zor has become the exam that replaced them. I don't hate you, Zor. The relief on his face is immediate. Thank you, Rue. I love you so much. I can't believe I actually said it. Do you love me too, Rue? You tell him you love him too. Ending 2, the best out. That was crazy. This is crazy. This game is crazy. My God. Okay. I got ending 1, 2, and 3 so far. I'm going to keep him happy. We're going to be lovers. But I'm also going to betray him, hopefully. Lean in. Yes. Okay, study, girl. Study your ass off. Does that scare you? Would you hate that? We have to keep him happy. Would you hate that? Shake your head. I wouldn't hate it. I hate nothing. You're going to have no idea when I betray you. 0. Where are you? I have to spend more time with you. Come here. Come here, Zor. Hi, Zor. I kind of feel bad. I'm not going to lie. I actually really like him. He doesn't want me to die. He loves me. Come on, girl. You got this. Oh no. Oh no. 60%. I passed. Oh no. See, before the other ending, I had like 80%. That was as high as I could get. And I had studied like almost everything maxed out. And I thought I was totally going to win, you know? But he won and I died. They sent me out into space. They jettisoned my ass. Oh God, here we go. Congratulations, Student Rue. You have successfully scored the highest passing score. No, I'm so sorry. I am so, Zor, I am so sorry. But it had to happen. I was just telling you what you wanted to hear. But I don't want to die. I'm sorry. You have earned your right to graduate and rejoin society. Student Zor will be terminated and escorted out shortly. Rue. He grabs your shoulder gently, shock plastered on his face. Rue. Oh, God. Zor, I'm sorry, Zor. Otome engulfs his head. He doesn't stop gripping your shoulder. But please, don't leave me. Say I love you or remain silent. I love you, Zor. I'm sorry. You're so cruel. I love you too. He lets go of you. It all went by so fast. You did what you had to do to get out of there alive. Were you truly wrong for wanting to leave? Was he right that staying was the best course of action? Or did he always want it from the start? Does it even matter? Maybe. You could maybe argue that it changes things. It maybe would have made you justified in leaving him to die. But in the end, it doesn't matter, does it? Because the outcome would still be the same. You wonder, when you look outside the window to the great expanse, will you be able to see him? The cold vacuum mummifying him, preserving his body for who knows how long. Another floating object in the universe. Graduate Rue, please prepare as we begin to escort you back to society. God. Prisoner of survival. I feel so bad for doing that to him. Oh, that was so sad. That's some very messed up double crossing. That was totally messed up. That was so messed up. Oh my God, MC. Gee. Wow. All right, he's in there. You know what I'm gonna do? Waste time doing anything else. Like looking at the tank. The larvae are larger now, wriggling more actively. And besides, it seems that there's another ant. They're doing well. Yep. I'm late, and I'm not going into my pod. Maybe I'll go to bed. Take a nap. For 45 minutes. A student has failed to enter the examination pod in the allotted time. Student Rue will be terminated and escorted out shortly. The words settle in, but they don't feel real at first. And then it hits. A cold, suffocating terror grips your body, sharp and immediate. Like the air itself has thickened around you, you can hear the distant sounds of Zor banging on his exam pod. Rue, what happened? A cold sting crawls along the back of your neck, spreading slowly down your spine. You can't tell if it's your own fear or something else. Before you can react, a dome slides down around your head, sealing you in. So this is it. That moment has finally appeared. You've seen this happen to others many times. You know exactly what comes next. It's your turn now. No, no! Please! Let me out, please! Ending 5. Disqualified. We sacrificed ourselves so that he could live a normal, happy life. You know? We sacrificed ourselves for him. It's time to double cross him. This is the worst one. The worst double cross. Oh. Okay. Do not give him the tablet. Refuse. Okay, I'm not giving it to you. But I'm gonna be nice to you still. Refuse. Nope. Sorry. Are you sure? You nod. Does it really have to be this way? What reason would there be not to take this truce? He has a bitter look to him. I guess I can't stop you, as much as I wish I could. Sorry. I guess that settles it then. We're officially competing against each other. He looks down, his expression failing. All right, I'm not giving you the data pad. Sorry, I do need to study though, like real. I'm sorry, I'll be nice to you though. I won't be mean to you. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to do this to you, Zor. I really like you. I really do. He's sleeping already. Zor sleeps facing the edge of his side of the bed. He doesn't shift or stiffen like how you'd expect. When I heard the tie rule, a part of me breathed a sigh of relief, since it meant we didn't have to compete. But was that rule really put there to see if we would cooperate? Was it really an option? Or was it just put there as a technicality? Just put there in the case we both failed? Was I an idiot for so adamantly believing that was our best option? Maybe we should have hated each other from the start. Then maybe one of us leaves, it won't be so painful. Did I ruin that? Am I the one that messed up? He begins to sob, trying his best to suppress it, but failing. I'm sorry, Rue. I ruined it. I'm so overwhelmed right now. I'm gonna console him. I honestly feel for him. This time, like, I know that I'm trying. We're competitors. But I care about him, you know? I actually do love him. But I'm gonna at least try to win. And he's gonna try to win. And we'll see what happens. Oh, you're awake. Thank you for everything last night. I wish you luck today, Rue. You get out of bed. A chime sounds through the room. It's the last day. Oh, there he is. He looks dejected. I don't recall seeing this. But then you catch him glancing at you. Oh, Zor, I'm so sorry. I do like you. And slowly, almost hesitantly, he starts walking toward you. Are we really going to compete? His voice is quieter now, less certain. Can't we just... Can we really not? He takes a shaky breath. Please, Rue. I've been thinking about this all night. I can't be the one who kills you. His voice falters, barely holding together. Please, let's just call it a truce. Just for now. We can find another way. There has to be something we're missing. Please, let's trust each other. Can we really not? I have to agree? Is it really not too late? You tell him you'll try to fail the test. He goes still and quietly, okay, I trust you. He doesn't look at you when he says it. He doesn't really trust me. After a moment, he turns and walks towards his examination pod, his steps slow but deliberate. Oh! Zor failed! Zor failed, it said. I passed and he failed. Congratulations, Student Rue. You have successfully achieved the highest passing score. You have earned your right to graduate and rejoin society. Student Zor will be terminated and escorted out shortly. You turn to look at Zor. Did he fail on purpose? He definitely did. He knew. This time he knew. I think he saw past the, you agree? I said I agreed. He's like, I trust you. But he didn't seem convinced. Was this the best outcome? A dome engulfs his head in an instant. Goodbye, Rue. Please, forget about me. I love you. I love you. You tell him that you love him. Rue, you're so cruel. Do you know that? But I couldn't be angry at you for it. I love you too. Oh, with your final exchange, he's gone. Just like that. It all went by so fast. You did what you had to get out of there alive. Were you truly wrong for wanting to leave? Was he right that staying was the best course of action? Or did he always wanted that from the start? Does it even matter? Maybe. You could maybe argue that it changes things. It maybe would have made you justified in leaving. But in the end, it doesn't matter, does it? Because the outcome would still be the same. You wonder, when you look outside the window in the great expanse, will you be able to see him, the cold vacuum mummifying him, preserving his body, for who knows how long, another floating object in the universe? Graduate Rue, please prepare as we begin to escort you back to society. You leave the room. Ending 6. Prisoner. I'm gonna fail on purpose. Wait for time to run out. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. The screen freezes. You can't change your answers anymore. It's over. You hold your breath and slowly open the tab. Your examination results are calculated. Final score, 0. You failed the examination. The results are ready. And for this round, there has been no passing mark. Your next exams will be in 3 days. The moment the voice ceases, Zor looks at you dumbfounded. No doubt his thoughts must be racing with whether you failed on purpose or simply failed to get the passing mark. You can't help but wonder the same about him, too. Zor remained speechless, as though he couldn't imagine this was a possible outcome. Shouldn't he be happy? This is what he wanted. You're both alive. No one will have to die yet. After a moment, Zor slowly walks towards you, tentative steps. And then he embraces you. A shaky, desperate hug. I thought I was going to... I was going to... He begins sobbing. I don't know what to feel. Rue, I don't want you to leave. I really don't. Please, let's not distrust each other anymore. This is the only way we can both make it. Just stay with me. Please. Is that really possible now? With your trust worn down this far? Maybe the fact that, despite everything, you still chose to trust each other means this is the best outcome you could have hoped for. But can this really go on? If the academy keeps you fed, if they provide a bed and the smallest of distractions to keep your minds from rotting, even then, will you be able to truly trust each other? You return the hug, squeezing him tight, your fingers digging into the fabric of his uniform, anchoring yourself to the only person you have in this prison of your own making. Ending 7. Trust. I got all the endings, y'all. Wow, all the endings, 100% ending completion of this game. We have time to slowly fall in love. We started off shaky, you know, but now we have time to get to know each other better, and it's just me and him until one of us decides we're over it, you know? Hi, Stunners. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight and playing Prisoners. Wow, that game was really getting me into my brain. It was really making me think, and I really enjoyed that the brain tickle, if you will, as well as the romance, and I really quite liked Zor. He was like kind of sort of a yandere, but not really. Like I could actually, what made him yandere-like was that he was so obsessed with us. You know, like before we even got stuck in that room together, he already knew everything about us. He knew my name. He'd been watching me for years. You know, he knew a lot about us. So that kind of lends along the lines of he was strangely obsessed, like just watching MC all the time. And I really enjoyed this story. I like the idea of being in outer space. It was sci-fi, which we don't get a whole lot of sci-fi plots, I feel like. In Otome games, I feel like we see a lot more fantasy, vampires, and things like that, but not as much sci-fi. So it was really neat to see a different type of perspective, a different setting, and then there was a little bit of a gameplay aspect to it, and that was fun as well. So I actually thought this game was really enjoyable. I'd say some of the endings felt maybe a little bit repetitive. A little bit. I would have liked to have a CG per ending, like a unique CG for each one, with a gallery where we could go back and enjoy all the CGs that we collected and be like, oh, I got them all, you know. That would be a really great, if the dev is ever interested in making that happen for this. I know it's part of a bigger project later, so I'll have to check that out for sure, because I really did enjoy this. But I would say that would be one thing that if there's any plans for adding onto this game into the future, maybe each ending to have its own unique CG that people could collect, and that could make it feel really, every single ending to feel very satisfying. But I really thought it was a fun game. I liked the thinkiness. And I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. Well, anyways, that's enough ranting and raving about this game for tonight. If you're new here, hi, I'm Rue, Jitterrue, and I'm desperately obsessed with romance games, dating sims, Otome games, and other Amare games. I love to play these games, and I love to brain rot over them and discuss them with friends. If that sounds like fun to you, then consider giving my channel a like. Consider giving me a like, a subscribe, you know, a follow wherever you're watching from. Because guess what, Stunners? We are gonna do a whole lot more of this. And I can't wait to see you next time. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Have a beautiful night, and let's raid out. Good night. Bye.